If your West Collingsworth is posting, we're live.
Yeah.
Tang has got to tell me when we're live, dude. You got to say, stop burping and farting and all that stuff. We're live. Okay, we're in. Bada bing, we're live. Welcome to CKSK. This is Chad Kubanoff. I'm Chad Kubanoff. Today we are doing a Cooking the Comments episode, which means, or what the show is you pick the ingredients and I have to do something with it. And I will tell you, Tang is running around right now, looking everywhere, and it is distracting. We have a whole new setup today. We got lots of monitors everywhere, and we changed everything around. So it might be a little confusing day for us. But anyway, I will try again. You all right? He's tweaking so much stuff right now. It is so distracting. Okay, here comes the camera. It's moving. Good? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm going to lock in right now. Today is Cooking the Comments, the show where you pick the ingredients and I have to do something with it. On a previous episode, we got the suggestion for a Greek pho, which I think is a super cool idea. This is the kind of stuff that I get really excited about. I love making new styles of Vietnamese soups. I love fusion dishes with like a soup kind of thing, because after living in Vietnam for so many years now, I'm a big soup guy. I like soup, and I like new soups and interesting soups. So I'm excited to attempt a Greek pho today. Okay, anything else we need to say? Oh yeah, we're streaming on all the platforms right now. So if whatever platform you're on, let us know you're watching on the TWitch, the Green K, the Tube to the U, or the Talk to the Tick. And I got to say all this dumb stuff because Talk to the Tick doesn't like when you post, or doesn't like when you stream anywhere else. Okay, I guess let's get started. So for the Greek pho, we had a few different ideas. We settled on lamb being the main protein, which seemed appropriate. And then basically I kind of have, I'm looking around what would be other Greek flavors that would feel appropriate. And we got the lamb, we got lemon, we got olive oil, we got tomatoes, garlic, oregano, a little bit of rosemary as well. And that kind of seems like the base flavors. I was trying to think about incorporating feta. I couldn't really feel like making that. I couldn't find a way to make that make sense in this format. And then yogurt was another option as well, but I decided to lead against that. There's a special cool technique with egg and lemon that they do for a chicken soup, a classic chicken soup. So we're gonna try that today to finish our bowl of pho. But to get started, I wanna start with the lamb right away. Do I wanna start with the lamb right away? No, let's start with the broth right away. Okay, so.
Do you want to read out the comments?
Oh yes, I'm sorry. Aldabi. Huh?
That is the guy who...
Oh, I see. Okay. I told you, we have a whole new setup, so there's a lot of things I'm gonna be learning about, where to look and get the comments and everything. But last week, the comment was from Aldib220. And he said, you heard the chef cameraman, Greek pho bowl. So there we go. Thank you so much for your comment, your suggestion, and we're gonna attempt to do that today. Before we started, or before we came on live, I have some chicken broth rolling. So my idea was to take a leg of lamb, roast it, and we're gonna slice it thin, and that's gonna be our main protein, and then we're gonna take all the drippings and all the fond from the lamb and enforce the chicken broth with the extra lamb flavor. So right now I just have a chicken broth that is just bones, and we're gonna start building that broth out now. Or I should say, start enforcing the flavor. Gamma Blade. We are on TWitch. I'm very excited. We now have 40 followers on Twitch, and I'm pumped about it. I can't wait to get 42. Very exciting. I love starting a new platform and slowly growing it from nothing. It's pretty fun. Chicken broth is in the pot. We're gonna start seasoning it. Okay, so first we're gonna get some mirepoix in there. I have some celery that I diced already. We're just gonna throw that right in the pot. No big deal. And so I'm just making a small bowl, a small portion of this soup. It's nothing, I'm not trying to feed 20 people. I'm trying to feed myself, Tang over there. That's about it. We don't have any guests coming in today. And I'm gonna do some carrot as well. So this would be when I was kind of doing some research on Greek broths, like mirepoix, carrot, onion, celery is a very traditional flavoring for them. So we're gonna go the same direction. And this is just the chicken carcasses I bought this morning, and the bones have been boiling in the water for about an hour. We'll cut the carrots, decent size. right in, just doing 1 carrot. And then we're gonna go ahead and take an onion, a large onion, and we're gonna treat this like a pho, like we were gonna make a pho. So we're gonna char the onion. There's a part of me that was debating about roasting the chicken bones, but I just didn't feel like that was gonna be right. I felt like it was gonna be too dark and it was gonna be too much deep chicken intensity, and I'm not really looking for like a super solid chicken broth. I'm looking for an overall kind of flavor to go with the lamb. So I thought we would do the chicken broth blonde, meaning unroasted, and then we would char the onion like you would do for pho to add a little bit of deepness, a little bit of darkness. So I'm gonna get this pan ripping hot, and it's gonna be a dry pan. You could use a torch. No, I'm not gonna use a torch. You could use a torch, no problem. But I'm gonna use a pan. Either way works, as long as you burn it. So this pan is gonna get ripping, and I'm gonna put the onion down and we're gonna char the onion. Maybe I'll even cut the onion in half, or in quarters rather, just to make this process a little faster.
What's the link on Twitch?
The link on Twitch is Chad Kubanoff Studio Kitchen, CKSK. If you search Chad Kubanoff, it'll pop up. But I do have two channels, so it is the one that's the Studio Kitchen channel. See Chad Kubanoff Studio Kitchen. There should be at least 40 followers on there.
That's some new Twitch comment now.
Oh, I love it. I love it. What's up, Sammy? So now I can read the comments. I got a monitor to read comments, so that's pretty cool. I'll try to pop up, get my head up there so I don't miss them. But if I do miss anything, Tang's got my back over there. He'll pop up the comment for me. All right, pan's getting hot. I'm gonna throw my onions in. I can hear a little bit of a sizzle going on. That's perfect. And I want to burn this. I want to see char. That char is going to transfer to our broth and darken it in color and deepen and darken the flavor as well a little bit. What's up? You all right?
Yeah, I'm just spinning.
That's no problem. We're learning. We're still getting our setup. We are still getting our setup. Sammy is Greek on the dad's side. West Collingsworth, how's the air conditioning working? Oh wait, can I touch it? I can do this, right? Yes! That is cool. I brought up a comment. Wes, how's the air conditioner working out in the studio these days? It's truly comfortable when searing, etc. now. Yes. Turns out, as long as you're willing to spend the money, you can make any room comfortable and nice. So with 2 air conditioners in here, it's quite comfortable. No issues there. And like right now, we're gonna be charring this onion, so it's gonna get smoky. So I can just pop the hood on for a second and we'll get all the smoke out of here. So it's pretty darn comfortable now. I would say if I doing another full pop-up dinner in here, and I'm trying to really sear steaks or sear something super hard, super smoky, it becomes an issue. It's still a little bit of a problem. So wait, Tang, how do I get the comment off? Does it just go away after a couple seconds, or how does that work?
I can set it after.
You can set up, so, okay. Right now, you're just going to be manually turning it off?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
There's an icon here to turn it off.
That clean thing? Okay.
Yeah.
Sammy, DD28, I want to make the pork cheesesteak. What should I sub for the greens you used? I would use broccoli rabe. If you can dig broccoli rabe, if you like a little bit of bitterness, I would totally use that. And that pork cheesesteak was amazing. One of the best things I've made in a while. Something I truly, truly want to make again and sell. I love that thing. It was, I think it could be a new classic. I really like it. All right, so let's try to flip these. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm moving around too much. Let's try to flip these and see what color we got on them. A little bit of char there. I can go a little deeper. I'll go darker. And so typically when we are going to do an upcoming Cooking in the Comments episode, we're always going to get suggestions from you at home, and then we're going to vote on what's going to be the next dish. But this Wednesday, our next stream, Michael Crossrosa will be our guest of honor. So we're going to be cooking for him. He's pointing at me. Tang is pointing at me like I'm... Here we go.
Super chat.
Super chat. I don't know how to say if it's... Is that West Collingsworth?
From Tuấn Nguyễn. Here.
Oh.
Chat from
Oh, cool. Oh, okay, cool. Thank you so much. I like this. This is a whole new skill to get good at.
Streamer setup right here.
We gotta... maybe after this, I'll do a behind the scenes, and you'll see this new setup. It's chaos. It's chaos. What time did you get here today?
6.
Tang got here really early. I came in and the whole place was different, so he went for it today. Okay. There we go. I'm sorry. I'll keep you over here. All right, so these are getting a little charred. That's cool. I'm going to try to sear both sides. A little bit of that char is great for me. I could even take it darker, but this will be fine. Again, thank you for the super chat so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you, Tuan Nguyen. Anyway, this Wednesday, Michael Crossroads is going to be sitting in here. Right now, he is doing a border run from Vietnam to Cambodia and then back to renew a visa. So we can talk to him about this process, how's it going for him. So if you have any questions, you'll be able to ask him live on Wednesday. And also, we're going to get into the banh mi shop, the searching for a location, and we can kind of get his perspective of what this has been like compared to any of the experience he's had in America. But we do need to cook him something. So we do need some suggestions. What would you like me to see? What would you like to see me cook for him? If you don't know Michael, he's a Italian boy, grew up in America, living in Philly. So he's got Italian background, he's got Philly background. We could do something in that reign. We could do something totally wild. We could do something we think he's going to like, something you think he don't like. So if you have any suggestions or something you want to see me cook for Michael, or just want to see me cook and Michael happens to be here to eat it, let us know. At the end of the video or end of the stream, we will make a poll and we'll figure out what that dish is going to be on Wednesday. All right, let's go back and check these guys. Okay, we're getting some nice char. And this is very similar to like if you're making a salsa, like when you're going to char your tomatoes or char your garlic, char your chilies. Same idea here. In Vietnam, they would never use a pan. They would just do this right on a grill, but this will work. And I was debating about if I wanted to use any spices, if I wanted to go that direction, cinnamon or star anise, or go full pho, or kind of go classic Greek spices. Nothing felt right. Like I was thinking, oh, maybe I'll put some cinnamon in, and then it just didn't feel right. It felt like I was doing that just for the theme and not for deliciousness. So I decided to not use any spices. Oh wait, that's such a funny name. How do I do that? A skiing point? I don't know. Triangle. Howdy. Hope your stream goes well. I hope so too. I hope this bowl is delicious. I didn't eat breakfast. I'm hungry. Onions are looking charred to me. I'm ready to move forward with this. So these are going to go in my pot now. And I'm going to wait for Tang to turn around and get his cut. Bada bing. Okay, these are going in the pot. You ready? You can, okay. So we'll let these go. Let this stuff cook while we're moving on. So hopefully we'll get at least 40 minutes. Hopefully we'll get at least 40 minutes of that vegetable steeping into that chicken stock, which should be fine. Okay, this pan's coming off. Next. And if you need me to slow down, you need a shot, let me know. Okay? So I'm sorry, but we need to get our shots and our B-roll for our clips because we're content creators. So Tang might tell me to slow it down for a second. And if you do, honestly, man, if you need it, just tell me. All right, next thing we're going to do. We're going to roast the leg of lamb. So this is a boneless leg of lamb. It came boneless. It came in the netting. I did cut it in a smaller chunk, and I reserved a bigger piece because I'm cooking that for dinner for my wife because she's going to be pumped about it. So I have a little piece here. I marinated it last night with garlic, rosemary, lemon, not lemongrass, lemon, garlic, rosemary, lemon, shallot, salt, pepper, touch of MSG. So it's been sitting, slightly curing overnight, and we're gonna roast this. I'm gonna cook it in olive oil, because that seems appropriate. And I'm gonna cook it over a lower temperature. I'm not gonna try to really blitz this hard. I'm gonna gently sear it in the pan, and then finish it in the oven. That's the plan right now. So I wanna do the olive oil. I don't want this to really burn, because I have the lemon peel on the outside, I have the rosemary. I'm worried about burning. So I'm not gonna sear hard. And I'm also cooking with olive oil, so I'm not going to sear hard as well. I want to cook at a lower temperature. So we're going to get this in here now. And I'm going to sear this on all sides just to kind of get this process moving because I don't want to be sitting here for 2 hours waiting for this to roast in the oven. So I put that in kind of a cold pan, and that was my intention. And we're going to slowly bring this up. We got a comment. Blop Mango Herp Derp. LOL. The comment names are amazing. My partner has a vegetarian month from time to time, normally around the period of Tet, and we always crave bún bò, but have to hold off for the whole month. How would you go about making a vegetarian bún bò? That's a good thought, because I mean there is a lot of vegetarian bún bò for sale on the streets of Saigon, so it's being done here. I would definitely go a mushroom broth. I would definitely go heavy onion, heavy mushroom, maybe a tiny bit of daikon radish to make the base of the broth. And then the big thing to me would be the pineapple and lemongrass and the chili. I think the pineapple, lemongrass, and chili is really going to give you that bumbao effect. The problem I have, or I'm thinking about, is how do I replace mam ruk, the shrimp paste? How do you create that deep funkiness? And you know what? I don't know. I think I could definitely make a delicious mushroom, lemongrass, pineapple broth, but to kind of get that deepness from mam ruk, I'm not sure. And maybe we need to bring in a vegetarian or vegan chef to come in and demo that, because that could be a fun thing to do. If you know at home any suggestions on how to replace that sort of deep funkiness from the mam ruk, let us know so we can try to help out blot mango. But yeah, I'm not certain about replacing that. And I wouldn't use like the fermented tofu, the chow. That doesn't, I think sometimes that works, but for this kind of thing, I wouldn't want to use that. Okay. The lamb is going to slowly roast. I'm going to keep looking at that. Another thing that we're going to be roasting for the lamb is I wanted to get some eggplant in there. You know, eggplant's commonly used in Greece. We see eggplant being used in some Viet soups. We see it being used in like bun mam. Let me think of other soups. Maybe bun nuc leo might have eggplant. I don't remember, but I know bun mam does, and I kind of like that style. So I'm going to cut this, and I'm going to peel the eggplant. How come you didn't make a Vietnamese-style crepe for your Wellington? That was Sammy D. Sammy D, that's a good idea. How come? Because I didn't think of it. But that's a good idea. I like that. Instead of using a crepe, that's a cool idea. Yeah, and Miss Screens was saying using fermented soybean curd. Wait, let me tap it. Bada bing. Miss Screens was using fermented soybean curd instead of the mam ruk for the bún bò Huế. I agree. I think for sometimes that works, but for the bún bò, it doesn't feel right. It's a totally different flavor. And it would also make the broth cloudy too. So I would not, that wouldn't be my first instinct to go for that. The eggplant is peeled, and I'm gonna roast the eggplant with the lamb when I pop it in the oven. So I'm not gonna do it yet, but I just wanna have it ready. Okay. Let's see if we can get a little flip on this lamb, see if it's not sticking. Okay, so I'm not really worried about color yet. I just want to kind of sear it. My number one concern, more than color, is not burning the lemon peel and the rosemary, which is going to be hard. I mean, honestly, we'll see. We'll see. I'm going to do my best. And really the best thing about the most crucial part about that is just not too high of a heat. So the eggplant's, actually I'm debating about putting the eggplant in the pan right now. I don't think I'm going to need to. I'm going to do that later. Okay. Other thing I wanted to get in the pan was the tomatoes. Once again, when I'm thinking about Greece, I'm thinking about cucumbers, tomatoes, yogurt, that kind of thing. And I see tomatoes in broths a lot here. So I like that idea. I couldn't find any really nice tomatoes, larger tomatoes in the market today. They're all kind of crappy, honestly. So I grabbed these little cherries. And I think the same thing. I'm going to roast these in the pan with the lamb. And ideally, if they were big tomatoes, I would peel them. Little guys, I'm not going to peel. We're just going to have a few floating in the bowl. I don't have a better way to do it. So those are washed ready. We're just going to wait to throw them in the pan until the lamb is seared.
Sammy, did you get feta and using rice noodle?
Oh, Sammy D. I did not get feta. I am using rice noodle, so I do have some pho noodle here. Because to me, it's not pho unless you use pho. So I didn't really have a choice with the noodle. I had to use pho. But the feta, no, I didn't use the feta. I thought about it. It could be delicious. But it was like, do I just sprinkle feta in the bowl at the end? That kind of seemed weird. I thought about making a little side salad of feta. But again, it just seemed like, I was forcing it to happen. It didn't seem natural to the dish when I was trying to imagine how it would work out.
Miss your snacking review videos.
What's that? Oh, the snack reviews? I think what we want to try to do is create like a Jeopardy sort of, like just a fun element to this game, where if you want to super chat a certain amount, you can restrict my movements where I can't use tongs or can't use spoon. So super chat $10, I can't use a spoon for 10 minutes or something like that. But there'll definitely be some days where if you super chat a certain amount, I'll take a shot. And we're debating about like, if I take enough shots, we're definitely going to do drunk snack reviews because that was really fun when we did that and people seem to like it. So we'll definitely do some more snack reviews, but I just got to be in the right non-sober state to really make it fun and enjoyable. Okay, so I am getting worried about these little bits here burning. So I'm going to throw in the eggplant now to add some moisture because this will start releasing moisture into the pan. And then hopefully that will prevent that garlic and lemongrass from burning here. If it looks like it's going to start burning, I'm just going to have to take it out of the pan and go straight in the oven. Which is maybe what might happen right now because this is getting close to burning. And it's just this direct fire. I'm going to do it right now. All right, I'm going to throw the lamb into the oven so we can stop this burning from occurring. Lee Sung-win's got an idea. Hey, Chad, how about making lasagna with a Viet twist for Michael? That's a good idea. That's a good idea. And I bet you he would be pretty freaking pumped about that one, too. Okay, so I like that idea. Anybody else who has ideas for what we should cook on Wednesday for Michael, let us know. And by the end of the stream, we'll pick 4 and then we'll vote on it. So that's one of them right now. A Viet lasagna of some kind would be cool. Okay, what's next? What's next? I wanted to make a little bit of a condiment. I'm going to rip this oven super hot because I was hoping to get more time in the pan on top of the stove, but now I put it right in there, so it's going to take a little longer. So I'm ripping the oven hotter instead of having the oven lower. And the good thing for me with this lamb is basically any temperature I cook it will be okay because it's going to go in the broth again. So even if I cook it medium rare, it'll be okay because the broth's going to cook it. If I cook it medium well, it's still going to be okay because the broth's going to cook it anyway. So I kind of have some a safety net, or it makes it easy. It makes it easy for me, honestly. I don't have to worry that much about trying to get the perfect cook on the lamb. But I do need to keep eyes on it so it doesn't burn. All right, the broth is, let me bring the broth back over here. Okay. And the broth is smelling good. Right now it's completely unseasoned. So I'm going to start seasoning it. And just the initial beginning seasoning, and we'll what do I say? We'll tweak it as we go to get the right amount. So we'll do a little bit of salt in our chicken. And since it's unseasoned, it's going to take a good amount.
What are you making, Chef?
We are making a Greek pho. We are attempting to make Greek pho. This is our first trial on this, and we were given this challenge last week to try it, so we're trying it. I'm going to do a little bit of MSG in the broth as well. If you don't want to use MSG, don't. I don't care, but I am. Okay. Ario SGN 74. How about a bun me pizza or a pizza bun me? That's very funny. That's very funny. That's an option. I like the like a French bread pizza, like a bun me pizza. That's a funny idea. Alex H. Wong. Greek pho. Ooh, what's the Greek twist? The Greek twist is we're roasting lamb. We're doing a lamb as the protein. We're going to make a little side salad right now with some cucumber and garlic and olive oil. And a little bit more. I'll show you as we get going. Okay. Alex Caputo. This is dope. Hell yeah. Thank you. I'm glad to hear. Very cool. Okay, let's make this little side thing. So I wanted to have, when I'm having a pho or any kind of Viet soup, I always I want the soup and then I want more. I want more stuff. Whether that's going to be a vegetable component, whether that's going to be a satay or a chili sauce or a pickle or something, I just want my bowl plus stuff. So for our plus stuff for this, I'm going to make a little salad, which is going to kind of be our spicy component, and it's going to be like a little bit of a refresher. So I have some pickled garlic. I'm just going to cut this in half. I want to have some crunch to this. I don't want everything to be too small. So this is just very simply pickled, blanched for a few seconds, and then sitting in a light white vinegar. You can make this. You can totally buy this too. You can find this in a jar or at any Asian supermarket. It's readily available. Either way, it all works. It's not hard to do. It's easy to buy. Sammy D. Ooh, I like this idea. Sammy D, culantro, fried eel, Viet, remoulade, po' boy. I like it. I like it. That's a cool thing. Like my problems. Do you still do random ingredient? What about pork belly, shrimp paste, pineapple, and kind of Italian noodle? Oh, is that for like cooking the comments? Yeah, we could do that. We could, if you want to vote for that as like something to cook for Michael or for the next Cooking the Comments episode, we could do that too. I like that idea. And so this Wednesday, Michael's coming in, and then this Friday we'll do another Cook in the Comments. So I really wasn't going to take Cook in the Comments suggestions until Wednesday. So today I want to stay focused on what's going to be for Michael. But if you want to list that as like, hey, a mixed ingredient thing to cook for Michael, we could do that. Or we could just do the Cooking in the Comments for Michael as well. All right, so I'm going to get this garlic cut. And for me, I use so much pickled garlic. Anytime I'm at a vendor that offers pickled garlic for the dish, I use a crap ton of it. So I am not scared of quite a few cloves of garlic on the side. Okay. All right, this is going to go in the bowl. I have little tiny cucumbers, and we're going to slice these up. So again, this is kind of like a salad in my head. This is sort of like a pickled salad on the side. Something crunchy. Okay. Oh, I need a bigger bowl. Bada bing. Okay, this is going inside. Here we go. Alex Wong. Oh, I missed it. Tang? As a Canton myself, I feel closer to South Viet pho. More condiments and garnish better. I agree 100%. Yeah, I want stuff. I want options.
We got a Twitch comment.
Please skip this one. It's too deep for the format. Loving the show. What do you mean, please skip what? Please skip your comment? Never. But please skip what? Let me know. From Mason. I'm glad you're liking the show. Okay, let's check that lamb. See how we're doing. See if we burn it. Okay, stuff is getting very dark in that pan. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to transfer. We're going to transfer the lamb. I'm now worried about the bottom of the pan getting burnt. You can see these, like, this stuff right here, fear. Right here, no problem. Right here, very close to fear. I'm going to flip the eggplant. I'm going to throw the tomatoes into my pan now. And this is going to be, now we're going to be able to work with these separately. So I got the lamb, which I can keep in the back of the oven and roast it heavy. And then I got this guy, which I can maneuver, cook this for another 2 or 3 minutes. The tomatoes will release some moisture. The eggplant will continue to release moisture, so I won't be afraid that this is all going to burn. Okay, this is going in the oven. Bada bing. And now let's finish out this little salad we got going. So I was thinking about some olive oil in here. Okay. Now I truly wish I had some fresh oregano, but I couldn't find it. Honestly, fresh oregano's difficult. So maybe we can try to grow some oregano. That might be a good idea. All right, so I have the pickled garlic, cucumber, a little bit of oregano. Let's go a little salt. Should I do salt or should I do fish sauce? Let's do fish sauce. I mean, we would see every time, maybe a good thought or a good thing to think about is like when you don't know what to do with fish sauce, maybe you have fish sauce at home and you don't know what to do with it. You can kind of think of it as just like a liquid anchovy. So anytime you have something that could use anchovies or could use a seafood product, you can replace that with fish sauce. So like anchovies in Greek food, I think of that. I can see that happening all the time. Greece has seafood all the time. So let's just use fish sauce instead of salt for this to bring some of that seafood, can I say seafood addict? That's not a word. Seafoodness to the dish. So a little bit of fish sauce in there. It's kind of the same, like I think about it anytime I'm making an Italian pasta where maybe I would sear some anchovies in the pan or like a Caesar salad. Like fish sauce, one way that can be helpful when you're trying to figure out what to do with fish sauce is it's just liquid anchovy. Okay, anytime anchovies in a recipe, I can use fish sauce. something. That's how I started. That's how I started when I was trying to figure out how to use it. Cucumbers inside. Let's do a little bit of lemon zest. I'll just cut it. I'll do the old-fashioned way. So I'm going to take lemon zest. Oops. I'm going to try to make sure I don't get a lot of pith. And you can see here, very little pith. That'll work. And then we'll go ahead and julienne and then Brinois. So we'll cut this in thin strips. Okay, and then we'll go back, cut the other way, and get our tight Brinois. What is it, Alex Wong? This bro talks about food so well. Appreciate that, thank you. They soy ah. You talk just like my teacher at the Chef Academy. I guess that's a good sign. For one of us, that's good. Jeff Moo 602. Oh, here we go. Blot mango. When I make my sugo for pasta, I put a dash of fish sauce into it. It tastes amazing. Don't sleep on it, people. Yeah, for sure. Fish sauce is a little bit of a secret. It's a magic. It's a powerful thing. It's like auto increase the flavor. It's if you're not using it yet, it's something that you should start using. Start throwing it into your stuff. It doesn't have to be Southeast Asian food or Asian food to use fish sauce. Every single cuisine can benefit from it. And it doesn't have to be some super strong fish sauce flavor either, too. It can just be a subtle seasoning in the background and it will boost things. It will bring up flavors, even if you don't taste the fish sauce. Okay. So we got, where's the chili? I thought I had, there we go. And I'm gonna cut a chili in here as well. So this is gonna be our spicy component. So when you want heat, you're going to be reaching for this little side pickle. This pickled garlic, cucumber salad. And we're going to cut our chili in there. We're going to put some pepper in there as well. So we'll do a lot of black pepper. I want to get some of the heat of the black pepper. As I said, this will be our spicy component, so we want to feel it. Sanguine, hello from Philadelphia. What's up? Okay, we got Comfort Foodie. I want to make a fruit tart filling pastry cream with a cafe soda flavor. Do you have any ideas? Fruit tart filling pastry cream. Yeah. Well, if we're doing a pastry cream, we're thinking about milk thickened with egg yolks and cornstarch. So, I mean, my instincts would be to steep the coffee. It depends on what color you want. But you could make a shot and pour it right into your milk, or you could steep the coffee beans directly into your milk and cream mixture, which would work. I would definitely sweeten that mixture with condensed milk. I would not sweeten it with sugar. The thing that would have some issue for me is I'm just thinking, what are you pairing that with? What is the cafe sua or the Vietnamese iced coffee cream going to be paired with in terms of fruit? Because I could think of it being like a coconut tart with the cafe sua flavor, or the iced coffee flavor. That works in my head. But like strawberry? No. Rhubarb? No. Mango? Not really. So what's your fruit that you're trying to do for that? That's an interesting concept. I think just a cafe sua pastry cream would be great. I think a cafe sua tart would be great. It's the fruit that's throwing me off a little bit. And what fruit would be appropriate? Okay, let's cut the chili. Let's check this stuff too. I don't want to... This pan, my oven is freaking hot right now, so I wanted to make sure if I had, if we were streaming for 4 or 5 hours, I would definitely rock it at a lower temp. But we're not, so I'm trying to get going. All right, eggplant is getting softer. I can see this freaking fond is getting very, very close to being over. So I'm even gonna go a little bit more safety. Let's get the tomatoes out of here. Let's get the eggplant in here. I'm gonna go more olive oil on here just to make sure We have enough lubrication. And we're gonna go back in the oven with that. Now I feel better. I don't feel stressed about burning anymore. And the fond that I have in this pan, this charred garlic that I have in the, I wouldn't say charred, let's say deeply roasted garlic I have in the pan. I'm gonna get some of the stock out of here. I'll grab some of this chicken broth. We'll throw it into this pan so we don't lose this flavor that we've developed and we don't have a risk of burning. So release that fond up. And I'm gonna pour this right into my chicken pot. I'll do another scoop just to make sure I get it all out. Because I do want this, I want the broth to have more to it than just chicken. I do want some of the lamb effect in there. I want some deepness in there. So that's why we're doing this. And now we've extracted all the fond from the bottom of the pan. We'll go right in the pot. Okay, we cool now. Let's check that lamb. I keep telling you my oven is ripping, but you don't understand probably. It's probably about 550 degrees right now. About 270 Celsius around there. So it's ripping. This thing's still super raw, super rare, but we'll keep going. Okay. All right, let's finish this salad out. So I'm gonna add all the chili. I'm gonna slice it really thin in the cucumber salad. Again, this is gonna be the heat. Because to me, I mean, I always want heat now. I always want to at least have the option to spice it up. I'm just gonna cut as thin as I can. Chanterique. What's the S in CKSK? It's the Chad Kubanov Studio Kitchen. So studio is the S. And I just lost my chat. Tang is moving everything around. You would not believe how distracting it is to have a young man over here just like looking like this all the time. Looking. Huh? That's fine, that's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, let's mix this up. What is that? I like my problems. Everyone's chat names are so funny. Their handles are so funny. How about Dorian sponge cake with taro and banana cream on top with a twist of bacon on top from Michael on Wednesday? I like it. For me, I'm just thinking it feels like a maple glazed donut. The way what you're saying in here, I think a taro and banana cream is a very cool idea. The Dorian, when you say Dorian sponge cake, though, I assume there's a Dorian cream inside the sponge cake, but we're having a taro and banana cream on top. Oh, so maybe there's Dorian cream inside a taro and banana cream on top, and then bacon on top of that. You know, the only problem I'd have with this right now is bacon. The bacon here sucks, so I'd have to make the bacon, so it would take me a couple days. That would be the only thing slowing me down. I like the idea. I like the idea of bacon and Dorian. I think that's cool. It's like bacon and banana. It works for me in that way. I like the idea of taro and banana cream as a combination. I think that's a cool idea too. Yeah, the bacon would slow me down. And I'd like to see it more as a donut. I think that would be kind of cool. But it's a good idea. Sorry. I can't look at this one when I'm trying to look at the monitor too, Tang. We got to line this one up with this camera so then I'm in that. That makes more sense. Okay. Tang is my supporting character, correct. He's the silent man behind the scenes who gets to taste the food. I'm just hearing the oven sizzling right now, so in my back of my head I always have the stress of like, what's going on in there? What's going on? How hot is that thing? This little salad looks good. I like this color. I like this color. I like this color. Where am I going? Here we go. Color looks good. I like how much garlic's in here. I like how chunky it looks. Let's try it. Woo! Spicy. Spicy. A little salt. I mean, this is sugar. I'm sorry. A little sugar. I'm going to go a little more fish sauce. It's good. This is good. Wow. Oh, I got shallots, so I'm going to throw some shallots in here. I like this. It's very powerful. So I'm very happy with that. I want to have powerful flavors. And that is the vegetables that have been spitting and I've been hearing in there because we have all this olive oil. The tomatoes are starting to blister. The tomatoes have been, so once they blister, then their moisture releases, and that's why we're hearing all this sizzling going on. And the eggplant is soft. So I think I'm probably going to remove this vegetable now and let these hang out. Maybe I can cook that. Let me think. Okay, let's do this. Let's take the tomato out because I don't want to cook these too soft. This is going to be good. We're going to remove this. We're going to throw a piece of rosemary into this olive oil. And we're going to put the eggplant back in the oven and get that going a little longer. And now I saw a chat that I missed up there. You want to pop that up again? Cam, how has it been since you got a studio? It's been difficult and complicated and at times, I was going to say disappointing. No. It's been difficult, complicated, exciting, and I guess frustrating sometimes. Because I've had the studio space for a long time. For a long time, I was just paying rent and doing nothing with it, so that was the frustrating part. And it's still trying to figure out how to use it well. Is it even worth it? Is it worth it? Was it worth it to build this whole thing out, renting this space, just having it in my brain, thinking about it all the time? I think it's starting to get worth it. I like what we're doing now. I think this is cool what we're doing now. And I think I'm gonna have to turn the oven down. You can see the question before about like how cool is it in the studio and all that stuff. Well, right now we have a super hot oven with fat in the oven, so we're getting smoky. So there's a serious amount of smoke coming out of this now, because once the oil spits and hits the bottom of the oven, then we smoke it up. So I'm gonna turn this hood on, because it's super smoky in here. Well, it's gonna get super smoky in here in 5 minutes if I don't. Okay. But the lamb is exciting. It is very rare that I get to eat lamb. I love lamb. When I was a kid, I didn't like it, but now I freaking like it. You okay? You get it? He got the shot, everybody. Don't worry. You're going to see this on the shorts coming up in next week, and you're going to be like, wow, so glad Tang got that nice B-roll. Now I'm going to turn down my oven a little bit.
We got more than 2.
Huh? We got a lot of cameras. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right now, 6 cameras. Right now, 6. Oh, Tang, you ready? Let's do it. You ready for the switching? Is that one on or no? Oh, here we go. Here we go. Let's see if we can do it. We got 1,
Wait.
2.
Let's count how many cameras we have.
1, 2. Ready?
The short.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, we're filming a short right now. Let's see how many cameras I have. This is how many cameras I have in my studio. 1, 2. Cut to 2. There we go. 3. Okay. 3. 4 is a B-roll camera. You can't switch to it. All right, how about this one? 4. 5. No, not that one. There we go. 5. And then 6, which is a B-roll camera. You're not going to be able to see it. But we have another one filming. Yeah, that's our system right now. And all we need is 20 more, and we'll be good to go. Sammy D said an eel pad thai for Wednesday, which is really cool. K-Mans. Have you utilized grok to come with recipes? Never. Would I? Maybe, but I've never needed to. It's never been an instinct. But it might be fun to try that sometime. That could be just a fun video to do. Rata. Just need a few more sponsored by DJI. Correct, DJI. We need some more cameras. We love your cameras. But you know what, DJI? We actually need your products, but built for streaming. Because we love DJI, but maybe streaming on the Pocket 3 is not the best thing in the world. So if you can increase your streaming capabilities, that'd be really cool. We would like that.
Cassiman, what's the hardest thing you're doing today?
The hardest thing I am doing today, honestly, I don't think anything right now. I don't think anything right now is particularly difficult. I don't see anything too hard. I mean, I guess the hardest thing would just be conceptualizing dishes and having a balanced dish at the end. Producing something delicious based off of a unique idea. So I guess that would be the hardest thing is this going to be a balanced dish? Or is it just going to be the first attempt that needs to get revised over 2 or 3 attempts? Like, is this going to be ready to go on the first try would be the hardest thing. I'm going to pull the eggplant out now. There's a part of me that really wants to let it go longer, but I want to slice it. So I can't cook it too long, otherwise it's going to be too mushy. So I want to slice it. And I think when the broth goes on, it'll be soft enough that we'll be good to go. So I'm going to pull this to the side and let this cool behind me. And let's cut the shallots for this salad too. I want to have a little bit of onion. I think after living in Vietnam for as long as I have, which has been around 10 years, I definitely, my palate is more aggressive, for sure. And I like the raw bite of onion. I like the raw bite of shallot, raw garlic. So I want to have some shallot in here, give it some spicy onion sort of flavor. And it'll be beautiful color too. We'll have purple on it. Sammy D, it's nice to build the recipes that you already have in your head. Yeah, it's cool. It's definitely, I mean, I know I definitely have, how do I say it? An uncommon recipe creation ability, apparently. Like, it's very simple for me to kind of think through things in my head, taste things in my head, and even like feel texture of stuff in my head before I make it. But that's only because I've been practicing for so long. I've been cooking since I was probably like 6 years old. I was a fat kid. I'm a fat adult too, but I was a fat kid, so I like to eat. And I always like to cook good food for myself. Ibiza 4194, is this Greek pho? Yes. It's coming, starting, working on it. But we're building it right now. White item, what countries are you planning on visiting? Well, right now, I guess the number one place I want to bring the family is Japan. For myself, I definitely have some interest in Indonesia and Malaysia for food. That's like, in terms of like easy travel, that's interesting to me. I'd like to go to Mexico too. I'd be interested to see Mexican cuisine. But I don't see any big trips coming up right now. Anytime in the near future, not right now. I'm focused with what we got going on. I like what I'm doing right now. And if I did anything, it would probably just to be to take the kids. But I do gotta say, Andrew Fraser, I love the content you're making. I think you're making awesome content throughout this region of the world, and you're really digging in and showing cool stories. So if Andrew Fraser, if he ever wanted to shoot something, I would love to go film with him. He's doing cool stuff. He just made a video about monkeys in Thailand picking coconuts. There's monkeys that are being trained to pick coconuts, and then they become like little farmers picking coconuts. It's really cool. I thought that was a cool thing. So I really like what Andrew Fraser's doing. He's all traveling throughout this region of the world, finding very unique food stories. So yeah, I wouldn't mind going somewhere with him and seeing his process. I like what he's doing. If you haven't seen his stuff, check him out. Fraser, Fraser. Very good content. The guy's working hard. I like it. I like my problems. Have Sunny or the best ever food review show ever contact you from the short? Michael has been aggressive. I smell the lamb. I just smelled it. Ooh. Michael's been aggressive about reaching out. He did make contact, second point of contact, and Sunny did respond. So it seems like it's going to happen. It just takes some time. You know, Sunny's a busy freaking guy, and his schedule's booked out. So it could be a couple weeks or even a couple months. We don't have a date lined up, but we have had some extra further communication. So hopefully we can get it going, and I would be pumped. And it's the same as Andrew Fraser. What Sunny's doing is freaking awesome. They're doing good work. They're putting in a lot of effort. And Sunny's is probably one of the best food content shows out there. I mean, he gets all the shots. He gets in the kitchen. He gets all these cooking shots. So as someone who does this, like, I appreciate the amount of effort that they go through as a team to make sure they show you every step of every process. I really think that's cool. So I said I smelled that lamb, so I do want to just pull it out. And I know all this on the bottom of this pan is lamb fat. I didn't put any fat in that pan. So all that to me is exciting, exciting lamb fat with that super strong flavor. And again, I said, like, I don't, in terms of the temp, I'm super lucky right now because I really don't have to worry about getting the perfect temp. If it's undercooked, it's going to get cooked in the broth. If it's overcooked, it's going to get cooked in the broth anyway. This is still pretty rare, although it's hard to tell because this is really two different pieces kind of just wrapped together. So it's not going to cook super evenly, but it is still pretty rare. So I'm going to go a little bit longer. The part that's kind of getting a little dark, I'm going to try to cover that with the meat to protect it so it doesn't get even darker. We'll say another 5 minutes in there. 5 or 10. If I had the time, I would do the temperature much lower and really, really take my time to go slow with it, but it'll work out. There's some love in here for Andrew Fraser and Sonny in the comments, so I'm glad you guys are watching their stuff and enjoying it because they're really doing a good job. I know how much effort they're doing, and like as a viewer, you don't really understand how difficult it is to travel and shoot. They're always waking up early. Like every shoot you see, they're up at 3 a.m. or 4 a.m. to get ready to get the sunrise, to get all that shot. Like that's so hard. I hate doing it. I want to film at 2 p.m. I don't want to film at 2 a.m. So I appreciate the effort they're putting in. Okay, let's try this stock because it's been a while and we didn't even taste this after we seasoned it. Let's see how far away we are from something deliciously seasoned. Yo, it's good already. Frick yeah. Wow. It's very simple. I mean, I really taste the chicken broth. I really taste the celery and the onion in there. It's very light. I like that. I don't really taste that fond that we dropped in there yet. We'll probably get some more development as we go. And I'm probably going to put that extra lamb fat into the pan, or into the pot in a second. Okay. Okay. So besides for, hold on. CNN 8954, hi from Houston. Any updates on your banh mi store search? Not really any updates. We're just on the hunt. We're looking for locations. On Wednesday, Michael will be here. Michael is going to be my banh mi bro, my banh mi partner, and we'll get some more information about what's going on because he's the one who's doing the active searching, and we can kind of get his opinion, his perspective of what it's like to search for a location in Vietnam and what are the good parts, the easy parts, the hard parts about it. Okay, so again, for a side plate, I want more stuff. Like I want my broth and I want more stuff on top of that. So I thought we could do zucchini as like a vegetable component. You know, we're thinking about zucchini being very common in Greek cuisine. And I'm thinking, okay, the zucchini is kind of like a bean sprout. So I could cut it like a bean sprout, serve it on the side. Like that could work. That'll be my side plate. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut the zucchini. Let me think. I think I'm going to cut it just like a bean sprout thickness and try to completely replicate that. And for me personally, I love raw zucchini. I think it's highly underutilized in a raw format or even in just like a barely cooked format. So that's my preferred texture for zucchini. So we're going to keep this raw on the side, and the eater, me, can put it in the bowl as I go.
You know what do you call this in Vietnamese?
This would be a julienne. What would I call this? I don't think you have a name for this, right? Are you naming the vegetable?
Yeah.
Bee san? Huh.
Probably.
I think bee san. I think that's what I thought you would call it, a green pumpkin or green squash. And I think I had some Viet cooks, Jung, the guy who was working with me and helping me do the pop-ups all the time. And I always go by knife cuts, you know, julienne, brunoise, small dice, medium dice. Apparently in Vietnam, they don't have a name for this specific cut, so we always had trouble communicating. But if you know a name, if you're a Vietnamese cook, what do you call a julienne cut? What do you call small dice, medium dice? Like, do you have names for that stuff? It makes it hard trying to communicate with each other. Yeah, so green squash or courgette would be another name for this. Jordan, is this on the Purple app? Yes, it is. We are on the Purple app. And we have 42 followers, I believe. Maybe we'll have 45 by the end of the day. Jordan, if you're already on the Purple app, give us that follow, buddy. Let's get that. Let's get up to 50 followers. That would be sick. I told my wife last night that we had 40 followers on Twitch, and I was so excited. And she said, well, what happens when you have followers on Twitch? I told her when we get 42 followers, we get $1 million. So she got very excited. All right, so I'm going to start building this side plate. And so this is going to be the plate that's served on the side. And I want to do this with a little bit of vegetable components. So that's going to be this julienne zucchini, which is probably way too much for one portion, but I cut it, so let's stack it. So that's our zucchini. Okay. Again, if in a normal context, I'd probably put half of this amount if I was actually serving this to people. I have some very, very thin... Jordan, yes, it's is it the same? It's Chad Kubenov Studio Kitchen on the Purple platform. This is very, very, very thin hair, or Chinese chive. So this kind of feels, again, kind of like a bean sprout type of thing. I was thinking about using green onion, but this stuff just seems so young and so nice. I thought it'd be nicer than the green onion. So I'm going to cut this the same sort of length as a bean sprout, same sort of length as a zucchini. And this is going to go on the plate to stack. And then the other thing was going to be a little bit of a lemon wedge, just in case you wanted some extra acidity. And I think literally that is kind of our vegetable setup. If I had any arugula, I probably would put some arugula on there. If I had some sort of slightly bitter green or Middle Eastern green, Mediterranean green, then I would put it on. I just don't have anything. If I had fresh oregano, I might put it on there as well. Yeah, I just don't have it, unfortunately. Yeah, so that's my setup. That's how that's going to get served. I think let's look at this lamb.
Oh, this is a great idea.
Say what?
This is a great idea.
What's that? Oh, that is a great idea. Oh, Ibiza, make a rauma pre-dessert, which I like. If you don't, I love pre-dessert. Everybody knows that. But if rauma is pennywort, is a drink, and that would be quite good. And I would like it. I'd like to make that because I know that Michael probably wouldn't like it. I think for this kind of pre-dessert, he would probably give it a 6 out of 10 if I made a rauma pre-dessert. But I like that idea. Okay. Tails. I'm more of a YouTube viewer these days, but I'll throw you a Purple platform follow. I appreciate that. I'm liking the Purple platform. I don't know why. Before I wasn't all about it. Now I'm getting excited about it. So I appreciate any support on that platform. This needs to get turned off. Okay. All right. So I think this is going to be a little bit under, but it's okay. It's hard because this is not a solid piece of meat. There's like 3 sections in here. You can kind of see how it's split open. It looks like a demi-gorgon. What is that? Demi-gorgon or something like that? That's what it looks like.
Demogorgon.
What is it?
Demogorgon.
Demogorgon. Demogorgon. It looks like a Demogorgon's mouth. But so there's going to be some pieces that are inconsistently cooked in here, unfortunately. It doesn't matter for what I'm doing. But if I was making this truly for a roasted leg of lamb dinner, some of it's going to be under. I'm going to take this out now. I'm going to let this rest because we do need to rest before this. We cut it. And that lamb fat is good. So I'm going to let this rest. Once it rests and we get all the juices, we're going to pour that straight into our pot over here. So I'll put this on the side, give this some time to be chilling. In the meantime, I just turned off my stove by accident. We got to light that back up because we got to get this water hot. Okay.
So many people follow Purple platform.
Yeah, I appreciate all the Purple platform follows. I appreciate that. Unmute D-ban. What's that mean? Unmute somebody. STR5 Punk. Do you have the squash blossoms to use as like the sawtooth, or do you think that wouldn't work? Do you have the squash blossoms? What squash blossoms? Do you mean for, oh, like pho? Oh, that makes sense. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. And squash blossoms I can get here. So that would be a cool idea for a topping. Even you could batter them in like a rice flour and then fry it and serve it right on the top of the bowl. That would be a cool idea too. Yeah, I like it.
Your side vegetable plate look a lot like hủ tiếu side plate.
Looks like hủ tiếu side plate. It does kind of. And you know what would be good too? That that like water celery that you get on the hủ tiếu plate, that would work with this too. If I had some leaves on top. If I had any young celery leaf, any of like a white celery leaf, the interior leaf, I'd put that on top too as a garnish. But the celery I had was old, so the leaves look terrible. Yeah, so there's a few other things I would put on top if I had it, but this is gonna be enough. What's up, Island Boy, dude? Okay, let's taste this cucumber salad one more time once we added the shallots in there. Sammy D, do you have Kamala olives? You can find them. And I thought about it, but again, for this, it didn't feel right. It felt like it was gonna be forced if I was gonna throw it on there, because I already have some acidity here. This is good. I really like it. Okay. I like the spice level on it because it's pretty hot. It's not crazy, but it's hot for sure. It's not like you're not gonna eat this whole salad easily. It's gonna take you some time because it's spicy, which is a good thing. I would love to serve this on the side in a little container for you to kind of munch a little bit. So I think seasoning wise, it's great. Okay. I saw Sammy D is asking, did you do the broth yesterday? No. Wait a minute. There we go. Did I do the broth yesterday? No. I got here a little bit earlier than I normally do and just got the chicken bones on there and just started cranking it and boiling it. Because I mean, chicken broth is really, you're talking an hour or two. You can do a 6-hour broth, but if I don't really want this to break down, I want it clear, so 2 hours is gonna be plenty of time. I appreciate all the follows and support on the Purple platform. I see people saying you're following, so I appreciate that. You need to set up this is Tails over on Purple. You need to set up your affiliate link so I can shoot you my unused Amazon Prime sub. I will do that. I will do that. I gotta figure out how to do that. We got Quicks in Japan. You should play cooking games on Purple. Sushi Striker, etc. I don't know anything about that, but I'll look into it. And that would be funny. I mean, that would work with contextually, that makes sense. So I'll look at Sushi Striker and see what that is. Tank, can we save that? How do I say? Because Sushi Striker, I know I'm going to forget that name. Here, let's go. Is this old school? It's not quite old school. It's not quite analog. But I'm taking a picture of the comment.
I'm going to do the same thing.
All right, Quicks, I appreciate that. I'll check out Sushi Striker today. Oh, that's a good one too, dude. You guys have good ideas. Shavilli, you should make a mini-series, Will It Bun Me? And see if other ingredients will work in a bun me. It's a good idea. It's a good title for a series. Okay, let me get to the next step, because you guys got good comments, so I can get sucked in here. Okay, I saw a cool technique for a chicken soup, Greek style. I don't know the name of it, and I don't know the name of this technique. I know it starts with an A, and it's like 15 letters. But they took egg yolks, whisked it, and then whisked in lemon juice, and they made like an egg lemon mixture. And at the very end, they finished the chicken soup with the egg lemon mixture. I thought that was kind of cool. I thought that it makes this even more Greek. It kind of grabs a classic Greek technique. So I thought that would really be cool. And the lemon, I'm down with lemon anyway. I was gonna put lemon in there anyway, so it makes sense. So anyway, we got the egg. I'm gonna whisk it well. I like my problems. Oh, the Purple platform. You mean T Witch. I thought I called it Purple and can't find it. Yeah. I mean the T to the Witch one. When we stream on TikTok, if we say any other platform, they seem to reduce your reach. So I try not to if I can do it. Comfort Foodie. Is it true that most chicken pho broth is made with pork bones, pork feet? No. I'm not saying you're not gonna find it, but it's not the common way. If you're getting chicken pho, it's gonna be made with chicken. And if somebody made it with pork, it would be like called out or a specialty, like this is what we do unique here. I know a beef pho spot that does use pork bones in their beef pho. They use beef as well, but that becomes something unique about that spot. And then they know that this flavor is different because they use pork bones in there. Okay, now we're gonna juice some lemon.
We got 54 followers.
54 followers on TWitch. Wow, that's amazing. We've increased our follower count by 25% in one stream. Unbelievable growth. I need a bowl. Here we go. Okay, so the ratio I saw was a half a cup of lemon juice to 2 eggs. So I got 1 egg. So our goal should be around a quarter cup of lemon juice, which is probably gonna be this whole lemon. Yo, Chad. We got Jay Hugo. Yo, Chad, what's your favorite use for shallots? Do shine in any dish, or is it straight fried shallots the best answer? My favorite ingredient is onion. So shallot being in the onion family, favorite use of shallots is everywhere all the time in every way. Like, so even if I'm using fried shallots in a salad, I'm still gonna use raw shallots in there as well. I might even have some pickled shallots. To me, there's never enough onion. The more onion, the better. The more textures, the more varieties, the more cooking techniques of onion, the better. And just to kind of answer that question clearer for you too, there's many different kinds of shallots, so it depends on the type of shallot. You know, these little guys that I had today, they're more aggressive, they're more potent, they're good for the frying, they're good raw when I want some real power. Like the French shallot, the bigger guys, they're more delicate, they're more subtle. So it really depends on what shallot I have in front of me. But in general, my answer would just be more. I appreciate all the TWitch love. I'm seeing a lot of people following now. Very cool. What was the comment? I didn't see a response to it. The guy who said like, hey, skip this one or something. Too complex, but love your content. Yeah, I was confused by that one. Shh. Peak Island Boy should have sliced the lamb. Oh, I think I deleted it. Island Boy should have sliced the lamb and marinated and put it in as thigh. I don't know what that means, but I mean, that's definitely another idea. Is to slice it raw, marinate. It just depends on the cut that I had, and really I just had this leg of lamb, so roasting it seemed like the best bet for me. And this is still, it's not gonna be fully cooked in there. There's definitely gonna be some raw pieces. And then the other idea was like, even like ground lamb. I thought about making a lamb patty or a lamb sausage of some kind, which would have been awesome. But when it comes to lamb, I don't have that much choice. The only thing I saw was the leg of lamb and the rack of lamb. There wasn't even a lamb shank, which I thought about doing and braising and pulling, make tender. Nor was there a ground lamb, which would have been fun. Okay. I'm gonna go with all this lemon juice, which is probably only 2 tablespoons in the egg. J-Side 92. It would have been cool to see the lamb gyro. Yes, I agree. How about a lamb gyro bun me? That would be cool. Anytime you guys say lamb, I'm gonna be happy. My wallet is gonna be upset, but my belly will be happy. Lamb is pretty darn pricey over here. Chad, what did you season the lamb with? That's Ibiza again. Lemon peel, rosemary, shallot, garlic, black pepper, MSG, salt. I believe that's, and oregano. We got Roista. Chad, any long-term fermentation projects or anything like that? Right now, no. I had my chilies, got moldy, that was out. The only thing I got going right now is sourdough. That's like the constant process. I got a little bit of chili puree that's fermenting. We could check that out. This is a chili puree that is with about a 3% salt solution that's about 2 months old right now. Actually, it's probably 3 months old at this moment. And that's a good idea, let's taste it. This crap is potent. This is like frickin' power. It's definitely, this has blown my face off many times. And this is every single chili that you can find at the market, every variety. So there's probably about 6 varieties that are commonly available. And then some garlic, some shallot, 2% salt, and thyme. Thyme meaning like fermentation time. Flavor-wise, it's delicious. It's really complex in flavor. It's deep, it's a little sour. Actually, the flavor's fantastic. It's just hot. It's pretty spicy. But it's even better than it was 10 days ago when I tried it. And I said this is 3 weeks old. This is probably now 5 weeks old, actually. Pretty damn good. Wow, I like it. And we know Michael's a big spice guy too, so we can make something spicy for him. Okay, so I think we have most of our components ready. Let me get rid of this. Let me clean up so I can think this through and make sure I'm organized. Oh, I want to have a little bit of white onion for the garnish. So let me cut some onion. Got a new follow on Twitch. Thank you. Thank you, Dawn. Appreciate it. Okay. I think I had a red onion at home. I should have brought that for this, but that'll be okay. Cut this super thin. That's enough.
So what makes a Greek pho Greek?
Dugov. What makes a Greek pho Greek? Well, that's really up to you. My interpretation was using the lamb, using the tomato, oregano, olive oil, and we have this lemon egg mixture we're going to finish the soup with. So a traditional Greek technique. That's how we're approaching it. That's how we're approaching it today. But I think there was many ways to do this. Definitely a few different options to make this Greeky, more Greek. Sammy D, what do you think about a pork belly banh mi taco? Me likey. That sounds good. That sounds good. Island Boy, have you been, are you the Island Boy because you live on Phu Quoc? That's funny if that's true. Island Boy, have you been to Phu Quoc? If yes, did you like it? I love Phu Quoc. I love Phu Quoc. It's one of my favorite beach towns here. Definitely one of my favorite family vacations. If you're looking for a super chill, chill spot. I don't go during the tourist season because I'm lucky and I can choose. But non-tourist season, Phu Quoc is great. If you just want a place to chill, quiet, seafood's great. And then you can get the super local vibes, or you can get the super fake Italian village vibes, which is kind of nice sometimes. So I really do enjoy that place. And it's probably my dad's favorite vacation in Vietnam. So every time they come, we typically do visit it now, because all my dad wants to do is just sit by the pool, sit next to the ocean, and do nothing for a week or two. And that's always our game plan, and we always have fun doing that. Okay, I forgot about that eggplant. Here's that eggplant. Okay. Okay.
He still live in Phu Quoc, chef?
Island Boy?
Yeah.
Oh, nice, dude. I love the name. I love the name. You're from Phu Quoc, the Island Boy. That's great. So I have the egg, right? I'm going to take this olive oil that's on the bottom of this roasting pan from the eggplant. So this has a little bit of the eggplant, but mostly that roasted rosemary flavor, because I want to make sure that we do have some olive oil in the broth. And I don't like wasting anything, especially when we have something where I've developed flavor. I don't want to waste it. So we have olive oil that's developed some flavor. We're going to incorporate it. Okay. Onions have been cut. I want to cut this eggplant now. And the idea here is that, and as I thought, there's going to be some carryover cooking on the eggplant. So the eggplant's softer. I like the texture. It's soft, but it's still going to hold together. And I'm kind of thinking of this as, what is it called? Back hat, huh? The elephant ear? Back hat, right? Yeah. I'm thinking this as like an elephant ear, how elephant ear would be served in bun ca, or even in, maybe even in like a canh chua. So this is cut thin, kind of resembles it. I don't need much. That's going to be enough. I'll cut a little more just to make sure Tang has a bowl. It's funny, this looks like a banana. You see that? It looks just like a banana.
There's another name for it.
For eggplant?
For
The julienne?
Bạc hà. For bạc hà is dọc mùng.
There's another name for it? Is that the name or no?
Dọc mùng, yeah.
That I've never heard that name before.
It's
What is
a
it?
Northern.
What is
Northern
it?
name. Dọc mùng.
Zap home.
Dọc mùng.
Zap mom. Oh, mom. Oh, yeah. Okay. And basically, that's a big spongy vegetable that's served in some soups. I freaking love it. It's so good. And this is 100%. This is where I stole that idea from. And it's a cool idea. All right, let's get. I guess we can get the onions on here. So this will be like my tray of finished stuff that's going to go on top. So I have my eggplant cut. The onions are going to go on top. The tomatoes are going to go on top. Oh, and you know what? Maybe I can just pop the skins now. I think I can. Should be easy. Bada bang. There we go. I'm a fancy man. I don't like skins on my tomatoes. And now that they're roasted, they should just pop right off. So I think we'll probably do three tomatoes per bowl. Du guave. I can't, my hands are dirty, so Tang, can you pop that up for me? Ways to make eggplant tasty for people who don't really like it. I think for me, I would have three methods to work with eggplant because I used to hate eggplant. I didn't like it at all. And I worked for a chef at Alenia. His name was Chef John Shields, who now owns the Smith and the Loyalist, which is one of the coolest restaurants in America, in my opinion. But he told me he was really in love with eggplant. One day we were talking about it, and he just described it as so luxurious and luscious and unctuous. And I never had that perspective. To me, it was just always bad. And when I kind of approached it with that thought process, like when eggplant is roasted for a long, long time, much longer than I cooked it. Like when it's really super soft with fat, olive oil, it does get so rich and creamy. So I really like it that way. So anyway, the three methods that I would try to recommend for people who aren't into it or just trying to figure it out would be either an eggplant parmesan, aka an eggplant rollantini. So either the eggplant is breaded and fried, or the eggplant is sliced thin, dipped in egg wash, and then fried, and then rolled with ricotta cheese, mozzarella cheese, and tomato sauce, baked. Pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good. You cut that eggplant thin, you bread it, and you fry it. It's pretty freaking good. So I really like that style. Another style would be like a baba ganoush, where you roast it, char it, peel it, puree it with garlic, and use it as a dip. I think that's a cool style as well, and maybe good for people who think they don't like eggplant, and if you serve it that way, it's kind of less easy to tell it's eggplant. Maybe the color's a little not perfect, so you can put a lot of parsley to just green it up a little bit, make it more attractive. And the third style would be the Viet style, would be like gâteau, where you grill the eggplant, you peel it really soft, spread it out, and then top it with green onions and peanuts, and dip it with sweet fish sauce. Another excellent method for eggplant. So that's probably my top three that I love and I think is the most approachable for people who don't like it. The one I haven't tried yet that I'd be really curious to try, I just love the idea, I think it's so funny, is the Filipino style, where they take the eggplant, they cut it in like strips, so it almost looks like an octopus that has like tentacles sort of, and then dip that in egg and then fry it. So you make like an eggplant egg omelet. And that's the kind of stuff that, I mean, I think I made something similar because I just thought it was funny to dip an eggplant in egg, and it turns out it's good. So I would like to try that, make that one day and serve that with rice. I think it'd be cool. Okay, I think we can cut this lamb now, because I have all my stuff ready, I believe. Here, we can, let's plate up our cucumber salad.
I thought you did that egg thing already.
The eggplant with the eggplant?
Yeah.
I remember doing an eggplant before I ever saw that Filipino style thing. I don't remember what I did, but I know I made an omelet with eggplant and I really liked it. I don't remember when that was, but I know I did something like that and I thought it was cool. Thoughts on eggplant, or thoughts on hot eggplant puree, mashed potato-ish? That's Billy Bob suggesting that. And yeah, I'm totally down with that. The only thing for me is I think I have an allergy to eggplant. Raw eggplant. So with that sort of style, I just want to make sure it's really, really cooked and super, super soft. And then pureed, then it's really good. Pureed, I've seen some eggplant purees at fine dining restaurants paired with lamb or paired with beef that are delicious, super delicious. Even paired, I believe there's a tuna dish as well that had an eggplant puree. It was super good. Really like it. And another thing too that maybe you haven't had before or tried before in Cambodia for their braised ground pork dish that's braised with coconut milk. I forget the name of it in Cambodian, I don't remember. But it's basically like a braised coconut milk pork dip, and then you dip raw vegetables into it. And that's commonly served with a white round eggplant that's cut, and then you eat it raw. It's amazing. I love it so much, but I can't eat it because it screws me up. I wish I could. So, but raw eggplant, this particular white style, I don't know the name. It's about as big as a clementine or a small orange. That eggplant raw is amazing. I think anybody will like it, even if you don't like eggplant. Texture-wise, it's incredible. It just screws my belly up, unfortunately. Tempura eggplant's good as well. That's also true, Spunk.
You know, when I eat mắm nêm, I always skip the eggplant.
When you eat mắm nêm,
I always skip the eggplant.
what do you mean mắm nêm?
Bún mắm.
Bún mắm nêm? Or bún mắm? Bún mắm, not mắm nêm, bún mắm. Oh, you don't eat the eggplant in there? Oh, really? Oh, I like it.
I hate eggplant.
You hate eggplant?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Well, I'm putting some in your bowl. We'll see what happens. Cucumber. Going in here, just to get our little garnish ready. Cute little thing. That seems appropriate for a portion. If I'm serving one bowl, I would probably give this to one person for a bowl, and then if I'm a customer, I'm gonna say, hey, give me more, give me extra of that, because I'm gonna eat that. But that looks super good. I like it. I like how it looks on camera right now as well. Very beautiful. Nice job there. Oh, are you cutting there? Okay. Do a dish using ingredient you don't prefer and make it to your taste, specifically fish mint. Kiet, my instincts were to give you the finger right now. That was my instincts. There is no way I can make fish mint something I would enjoy. I hate it. But there could be... The things I don't like for a reason, and it'd be very hard for me to get around it. Okay, I'm gonna start slicing this lamb, I think, because I think we are ready to go. Once Tang is done getting his shot.
What do you call this?
I call this a spicy pickled garlic and cucumber side salad. Okay, Ibiza's got two suggestions. Gakao 2, but Baja style, or Gao Lao Birria style ramen. Gao Lao Birria style.
Cá kho tộ.
I know gakoto, like a braised catfish, braised in fish sauce, but Baja style. I'd have to look up what Baja style is. I think the only Baja I know is Baja Blast. Every Baja thing to me is Taco Bell. I don't know Baja offhand. I have to look that up for flavor-wise. What's in that? What's Baja Blast? Is that Mountain Dew? Baja Blast is a soda, I think, right? All right, let's taste this broth one more time. It's freaking good. It's freaking good. Okay. If I had another 20 minutes, I would let this lamb rest longer, but I don't. And now the dripping pans, well, let's come over here. Hang, I got you. The drippings we're gonna put in the soup now. All right, so this is going in the pot. Right in. And I think this is just gonna give us a little subtle flavor change to kind of make this something beyond just chicken soup. So chicken in a little bit deeper. And I think this is probably gonna be just the right amount for this.
Do you ever think using lamb fat instead of pork fat?
Have you ever thought about using lamb fat instead of pork fat?
Yeah.
Cooking-wise?
Cooking-wise.
You totally can. Lamb fat's just strong. It has a lot of flavor. Pork fat's more neutral. You can use it for most things. You can use it for baked goods. But lamb fat has a very strong flavor. So you're not getting away. If I'm not gonna use lamb in the dish, I wouldn't use lamb fat. The same way with beef fat. Beef tallow, very strong flavor. You have to know you have to really want to have that beef flavor to use it. Where the pork fat is just so much more flexible in what you're using it with. So I think automatically pork fat is the choice. And then the other animal fats, chicken, beef, duck, lamb, you're using more consciously when you want to incorporate more of that strong flavor. All right, I'm going to take some of my broth out and strain it so we can get ready to plate. I just want to have a nice, clear broth. No particulates. So I'll take enough for what I need right now. 2 portions, 3 portions. And we'll strain this out. Okay. And let's taste this again now that we've added that extra lamb in there. RS, here we go. Baja style is battered fried fish in a taco. Look, Rubio's Mexican Food, California. Okay, well, I like fried fish. Oh, that's what the guy caught? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, yeah, a fish taco with the braised. Oh, that's a cool idea. Oh, that's a cool idea. I could totally do that. I like that idea. Okay. The broth is subtle. It's nice. It's not going to be overpowering. I think I want to put a piece of rosemary in here, honestly, though. I'm going to put some fresh rosemary in the soup, get us a little bit more aromatics to make it a little bit more punchy with the lamb, sort of Western flavor. And if I had fresh oregano, let me put a little dried in. I wish I had frickin' fresh, but I want to see a little bit more aromatics in there. Make the flavor a little bit stronger. Okay. Fung Chan, good day from Australia. What's up, man? Thanks for tuning in. Let's cut this lamb. This lamb's been sitting, resting for at least 15 minutes now. And you can see how I had this little piece that just fell out of there. And then I had this guy, and it's kind of a wedge. So let's cut this little guy and see what he looks like. And I'm just going to try to slice it as thin as I can. I'm freaking pumped, though, because tonight I have a big piece at home. And I'm going to roast this lamb again tonight. Serve it with some potatoes and some roasted carrots too. So it's a very rare treat for us. A very, very rare we eat lamb. On the cook, I'm perfectly happy with this. It's so good. Okay. Have you had lamb before?
Chef Frank. Nice.
Chef Rang. Oh, Chef Rang, now you had a piece of lamb. That's true.
It's the first time I tried lamb.
And what did you think when you tried it for the first time?
I prefer it more than beef.
You preferred it more than beef?
Yeah.
Really? Wow. That's surprising. And I know we had Carrie here that night, and Carrie did not like lamb. That was his first time having it. He preferred the beef. So you can see that little piece, of course, was more overcooked, or more cooked because it's just little. But this thicker guy, this is nice medium one we cut through. Wow. And if I had the time, I would have let this rest completely until it was completely cooled down. So we'd have this as juicy as possible. I mean, this looks good. Okay. I think that's going to be enough. And the rest is going to be sandwiches for me tomorrow. I'll be so pumped. I can bring all my leftover lamb to my meat slicer, slice it dramatically thin, and make some sort of roasted lamb sandwich. That could be something we make on Wednesday. Anyway, yo, freaking good. Okay. Mmm. Wow. Wow. I'm in. Cut more. Billy Bob, did you marinate the lamb? Yes, the lamb is marinated. Rosemary, lemon peel, shallot, garlic, black pepper, salt, MSG. Can't have lamb without lamb. What does that mean? What does that mean? Can't have lamb without lamb. Was that work? Is that funny? Are we doing some Viet jokes? Is that a Viet joke? Michelangelo Lamb. Oh, that's funny.
Oh, that's his name, I think.
Here we go. Sammy, can you get yogurt over there? You totally can. Viet yogurt is delicious. Super good. A little bit sweetened, a little bit sour. So not ideal for savory applications. That yogurt is very readily available and inexpensive. Greek yogurt is extraordinarily expensive here. Extraordinarily expensive, so I've never bought it ever because I just refuse to pay that much for it. All right, I think we're gonna frickin' assemble. I think we're ready, dude. Awesome. Oh, let's taste this soup one more time with the new additions. I want to put, I'm gonna put it over here. Okay. All right, let's get this soup tasting. Holy crap, I just liked it. Kel, I like this. Bunrio Bolognese with Italian-inspired shrimp toast. Good idea. Good idea. Very fun idea. Michael loves Bunrio too. Ooh, that's a good idea. Okay.
Paul?
Pole. Well, what was the first one I liked too? I like banh mi pizza. Pizza banh mi was a funny idea. This Bunrio Bolognese is a good idea. The first one that came up was another good idea I like too.
Banh mi pizza?
What was it? No, banh mi pizza I already said. Bunrio Bolognese, banh mi pizza. I like the Baja Taco too. I think that's a cool idea. I like a fried fish gat-call taco. The other, I'll give you one is we can make the pork confit banh mi that we're gonna sell. I can make that for him. That's his favorite sandwich. And I do need to test it. I need to confirm the recipe. So that's something we could do on Wednesday. Why don't we do the poll before we eat? You want to do that? You want to knock that out or you want to do it after we eat? Do it after we eat. Okay. All right, so we're still looking for suggestions on what to make on Wednesday for Michael when he comes here. If there's anything you if you have any ideas, I need a little salt. If you have any ideas, throw it in the comments. Or if there's an idea that you see that you like, just repeat it in the comments so we can see it pop up a lot and we'll know that's going to go on the list. So we can fit up to 4 options in the poll, and we'll do the poll after we try this pho, and we'll figure out what we're going to make on Wednesday when Michael comes in.
We have Bunrio and bánh mì pizza right now.
Bunrio pizza? No, Bunrio Bolognese. Banh mi pizza. That's good. I'm going to do a little more salt. This is the kind of thing I think really separates a great cook or like a real cook from just someone who's just cooking home or an average home cook or whatever, is just tasting and seasoning. And don't be afraid to season 20 times. Like it could just be, 8 more grains of salt could be what you need in there. If you just seasoned and you taste it, don't be afraid to season again if you think it needs more salt. There's times where I freaking nail it. And the first time I put in the salt, and it's just like, wow, I got it. It's good. And there's times where I'm tweaking something for an hour, and I just keep going on it. Like I remember this pop-up we did 3 weeks ago or something. There was a sauce I was working on. The guest came in, and I'm still tweaking this sauce for the next 30, 45 minutes. I keep tasting. I keep adding more stuff, tasting, adding more stuff, tasting, adding more stuff. Don't be afraid to season again if you just seasoned anyway. Like, this needed more salt, no matter what. We'll see. It might even need more. Yeah, it does. And when I say more, I'm talking, like, really, literally just a pinch. This is less than a 1/4 teaspoon of salt going in. But I can tell that it's going to need it. Especially when you factor in you're going to have the rice noodles going in there. The rice noodles aren't seasoned. None of the eggplant, tomato, nothing else is seasoned going in here. So we need this to be slightly over-seasoned to balance, to season all the ingredients that are going inside of it. Ibiza's got the round map pre-dessert. I agree. I like that idea. I just don't think it's going to be great for Michael on that day. And the doing any sort of pre-dessert, which would involve a sorbet of some kind, it's just difficult because I'd have to freeze it the day before. So either I have to just tell you I did it, and maybe we can show some B-roll on screen during the stream, or I'd have to make it the day before and make it again the day of so you can see the process. It makes it a little more complicated with the shoot.
We have some option here, Chef. You want to choose it?
I'm looking right now. Ramen pre-dessert, bolognese, too much textural mismatch. Oh, and Andrek doesn't like that idea. We got more people voting for the bolognese vid, but some people don't like it. Half fam. In Ninh they do great. They do goat pho. It's pretty good. I've had goat pho in D1 in Saigon. I thought it was okay. I'm not saying that goat pho is not a good dish, but just this particular spot and their particular bowl was fine. But I do love goat. I love goat. I think a goat pho would be great. Michelangelo, just make him some beef curry like a ball cold. I think that's ball call. I think that's what you meant by that, ball call. And that is Michael's favorite thing. Ball call is Michael's favorite thing. So ball call is a good idea. Even a ball call bolognese could be a good idea. Or we can make a typical ball call version for him. He loves ball call. What are you staring at?
Let's do poll now.
You want to do the poll now? You're excited about the poll?
I just get one out of the way.
Okay, fine. All right, let's do a poll for what we're gonna do for Michael. So let's take the next 3 minutes. Any dish that you heard about that is exciting to you, put it in the chat right now. And then we'll try to figure out which one is the most popular, and then we'll put down the poll and then we'll vote for it. So the things I'm hearing about are bun ryu bolognese, bok choy bolognese, bok choy, Bahia taco, or Baja taco, braised fish style, a pizza banh mi. Oh yeah, the culantro fried eel, remoulade po' boy. That was a cool idea, Sammy. I like that idea. There was one more that was mentioned in the beginning of the show. I forget what that was. This fried, the fried eel Viet remoulade's getting some votes right now. It's getting some votes. Bun ryu pasta, bok choy bolognese. Okay. Well, Tang, put up the fried eel po' boy, because that's happening. That's on the list. And that'll be fun too. Michael will like that one.
One more.
Bantam beet, that's a good dish. I like that dish. Bok choy, yeah. All right, let's do the eel po' boy, the bok choy. Let's call the bok choy pasta, and then I'll have some issue with that. Damn, no love for Bun's house. Sorry, Gavin.
What bok choy?
Let's call it the bok choy pasta, and I can play around with it. Maybe I'll do it as spaghetti style. Maybe I'll do something different, but he'll like that.
Okay, the poll will up.
All right, so what do you got on the poll right now? What four did you pick?
Bún riêu bolognese,
Bun ryu bolognese,
bánh mì pizza,
banh mi pizza.
fried eel Viet po' boy,
Yeah,
and bok choy pasta.
bok choy pasta. Let's change the banh mi pizza, because I don't see anyone else voting for that right now.
Yeah.
That was just the. How about the gak auto? That's happening. Okay, let's do that. The gak auto Baja style tacos. That's a cool idea. All right, so that's our four. That's gonna be our four. I promise you, if your vote didn't happen this episode, we'll be back again and again and again. And eventually, if you keep putting in the chat, whatever you like will happen eventually. So the poll is gonna pop up very soon. Are you ready for it or not yet?
Yeah.
Okay. And are they gonna do hashtag or they're just gonna put, here we go, great.
Number, just number.
Okay, so all you have to do right now, where's my fourth option? There needs to be the taco. It's happening. So he's going to redo the poll. There's going to be 4 options. You just type in the number that reflects the dish you want to see. So we'll go over that in a second. And we're going to leave the poll open for 5 minutes, and whatever gets the most votes will be the winner for Wednesday. All right, Tang. We're all waiting. Here we go. All right, so the bun ryu bolognese is number 1. The fried eel Viet po' boy is number 2. Bok choy pasta is number 3. Gak choy to Baja style tacos is number 4. So if you want to see the bun ryu bolognese, just type in a 1. You want to see the bok choy pasta, type in 3. So you can just type in numbers right now. We're going to leave this open for 5 minutes, and we'll take it off screen, and that will be the winner. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Po' boy just got some votes. Okay, Baja style. This is kind of fun. Oh, I kind of like this, Tang. Good job. Tang doing the research. Ooh. If we do the eel po' boy, which is winning at the moment, we can call it po' boy, but we're also going to have to call it a banh mi too, because we're banh mi bros. Okay, whoa, whoa, whoa. Votes are coming in. Votes are coming in. This is so exciting. I'm actually having a great time with this. Good job. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm having a lot of fun. Okay, cool. Po' boy is winning. Bun ryu bolognese is getting some votes. It's coming up. Whoa, Baja style coming out of nowhere. This is like a horse race. Whoa, this is so fun. Put your votes in, guys. I think we have about 3 more minutes left. And the eel had a strong lead, but things are catching up. Bok choy pasta. What up?
You can't change the vote.
You can't change a vote?
You can't change the vote. Once the vote is in, it's locked in.
Michael's saying he changed the vote. Or is it locked in? Can you not vote twice? No, well, you're only allowed to vote once. Once you're voted in, too. Wow, that's so exciting. Tang, I love it. Po' boy is winning, just got a quick 2 votes. Whoa, Baja style taco coming up quick. We're getting some last minute vote dumping on the Baja style gak auto, which is a cool idea. I really do like that idea a lot. I like it. Like, if it doesn't happen, it's gonna happen at some point, because that's a cool idea.
You can vote on any platform.
Yes, any platform works. So whatever platform you're watching on, your vote will work. Yo, we got Tails saying he can't vote.
You can't.
Tails, try again, buddy. Can we see, and Tails, I'm looking to see if I can see your vote in the back. Anyone on the TW Witch, please vote so I can see it pop up so we can confirm that. Wow, this is a pretty close vote. Bolognese and Gakko Taco are tied, but only 4 votes behind the fried eel. Tang, you have a timer? How much time we got left on this?
1 more minute.
1 more minute. You want to vote? Vote right now. Now's the time. You got to get off the screen, type it in. I love tomato-based soups. OG Crypto Daniel. I agree, OG Crypto. And you know what? I got some tomatoes right here for this soup we're working on. But I do agree. I love the tomatoes in there. Even just like 1 slice of tomato, 2 slices of tomato in the broth, it's really cool. Okay, so Rawista on TWH is just tested the vote. I think it's working. Oh, Tails voted. There we go. Did that work? I'm seeing it. Eel Po Boy. Eel Po Boy. Yo, Bunryo Bolognese, Baja style, just chasing each other for 2nd place. Bunryo Bolognese is getting close to the win. I think we got 30 seconds left. If you want Bunryo Bolognese to win, you better freaking vote right now. Because the Eel Po Boy. Oh, Eel Po Boy got another one. This is my favorite part of the show right now, Tank. Great job. I love it so much. Highly exciting. Highly exciting. I think we're calling it. Can we call it? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Tang, we need fireworks. We need a button that does fireworks and stuff now. Yeah. We need something, okay? Because we got the grand winner. The voting is over. The poll is done. Fried eel Viet Po Boy right now. That is pretty exciting. I like this. I like this. So I gotta buy the, okay. I bet you right now Michael Crostrosa is walking somewhere in dead man's land between Cambodia and Vietnam right now, probably crossing the border. He has no idea what he's gonna be walking into Wednesday. With the Eel Po Boy, because that is the winner. Congratulations. Thank you everyone voting. I'm so excited to see, like, there's a lot of votes right now. That's very cool. So the Friday of Viet Po Boy with a remoulade is the winner. And the only thought I have about that is how much do you care about seeing the filleting of the eel and the raw eel and all that breakdown? Or would you rather I just have it filleted and we're good to go? Because that eel process, cleaning it, filleting it, is going to take me at least 20 minutes. And it's definitely a little bit of a slimy job, I'll say that for sure. So is that something you really want to see on stream, or do you not really care and you just want to see the filleted eel ready to go? Let me know your thoughts on that. That'll definitely, that's a big deal. So if you want to see that, I'll do it. I just got to be ready for it. I'd love to see it. Anybody else really super interested in that, or you don't really care? Show it all. Okay, Dean wants to see it. Andrake wants to see it. Alex is like, no, dude, that's fine. I don't need to see all that. So I'll let you guys put in your thoughts right there. And we'll kind of come up. I can go either way. Okay. Okay, Frederick976, he wants to see it. All right. Damn it. It seems like. Okay. Andre, the eels we're going to get to, they're not going to be live. We're not going to be doing like a needle in the head. They're going to come dead. So, and it's going to come dead and clean. I'm just going to fillet it. That's all I'm going to do here. Dawn Green said they couldn't vote on Twitch. Okay. So I guess we'll have Tang look at that a little bit, and maybe on Wednesday we'll double check this, and maybe we'll just do a Twitch only or a TWitch only vote and see if we can get numbers to come through or not. If you weren't able to vote this time, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. We will fix this. Where Dodd? Is it going to be more po' boy or bun mi flavored? I don't know. We just freaking voted. It'll be on a bun mi, that's for sure. And I probably would be doing it more po' boy flavored, but on a bun mi, served on a bun mi, because that's going to be the right bread for what we're doing. But it's definitely going to have lettuce, definitely going to have shredded lettuce, tomato, some sort of remoulade, and fried. I mean, I'm going to be looking at po' boy sandwiches, shrimp po' boy sandwiches online, and just start scrolling and getting some ideas. But I think it'll probably be pretty simple, and I'll probably make a side for it, some kind of unique, appropriate side. All right, let's move forward. Thank you so much for voting. I'm super pumped about it. I know Michael is going to be excited too. He's going to be excited to eat a bun mi. And then he can rate it. That'll be fun. I just gotta make sure I make it spicy. He's gonna want some heat. Okay, we're back to our broth. Let's taste seasoning. This is how I put that rosemary in. I put that dried oregano in, so we'll see. It's delicious. Yeah, it's really freaking good now. The rosemary is subtle. The oregano is subtle, but it's there. There's a little bit of deepness. I can taste a little bit of the lamb fat, the roastiness, and it's seasoned really well. It's, I wouldn't say it's salty. I would say it's aggressively seasoned. So it's like pushing the salt barrier, a salt line, which is good. With all the other stuff going in, it'll be appropriate. All right, I think we're ready to assemble. Let's freaking do this thing. The only thing Where's Dog has to say is just make sure it's properly sized like a po' boy. Those boys are big. Heard that. Heard that. We got strong toenails. Potentially my favorite handle so far today, strong toenails. I love that. Eel is great. I know Chad loves eel. I do, and it is highly underrated. I agree 100%. Okay. We are close. We got this. Let's start doing this. Okay, here we go. I'm bringing the stew up to the heat. The one thing we have to do is we have to temper these eggs. So they, when I saw this method, if you don't remember, if you're just tuning in, this is a whole egg that's been mixed with about 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, and it has a little bit of the olive oil that we use to roast the eggplant in there. So the process that we need to do is we need to temper the egg yolk. So we're going to add some of this hot cooking liquid into the egg yolks before we add it to the soup. And the idea is that this egg yolk and lemon mixture is a finishing component. We don't want to scramble the eggs. We want to add it to the broth to add acidity and add some creaminess to it. So scrambling, it's not like an egg drop soup. That's not the idea. If we get an egg drop soup, I failed. We might get it, but we'll see. I'm going to take some of the rice noodle. Actually, let me heat up my bowl first. So let's heat up this bowl. And I have just some water on the stove that's coming to a boil. I'm going to just dip the bowl, make it hot, and we'll heat up the noodles.
Fancy day.
Fancy? This is a soup, man. Soup's where it's at. Roasta, how is eel priced in Vietnam compared to other proteins? When we're talking about eel in Vietnam, we're talking about the locally, I don't want to say produced, locally caught, locally farmed eels here. Freshwater eel. They're very affordable. A large, let me think. Usually when I buy 2 large eels, big boys, it's around 200K. So, and that's a big ass eel. So it's probably around $4 for one big ass eel. And one big ass eel, which is a correct unit of measurement, would be appropriate for probably 2 people eating a main course. So then you can think it's probably about $2 worth of eel for a main course, like a lot of eel. Whoa, I like that too. Making the eel popcorn shrimp style would be interesting. I agree 100%. That would be interesting. Dark Knight. This is a ramen technique with the egg yolks. Really? I never heard of it. And I just saw this egg technique in a Greek recipe, so I thought that was kind of cool. I think we're seeing some people who don't want to see the eel thing happening, and some people do. So we're going to clean an eel on Wednesday. I'll try to keep it short in the beginning. Okay. So I'm going to take some ladles. Oh, let's do this quick question while my stuff is getting boiling heavy. Weird Dog, quick question. Will you guys have a 24-hour rerun stream when you guys get a good amount of episodes under your boat for Cooking the Comments? I have no reason not to. I don't really understand why, but I'll do it. I mean, a rerun, sure, no problem. The long streams on Twitch, I don't get it yet. I don't understand the sleeping streams. I don't know if we're just collecting commercial breaks, why they do that, but I'm open to it.
Chat.
Wait a minute, Carol Kubanoff is in the chat. Mom, if you like this dish, I'll make it for you. Although I don't think Carol Kubanoff loves lamb that much. But regardless, if you want to try it, anytime, Mom, you're going to be my guest of honor in here. All right, so we can heat up this bowl. I got the hot water going. See if we can get a camera. There we go. We got a camera switch. And this is just hot water. Just to get the bowl off room temperature. Try to keep the soup hot. Okay. Now we can heat up the noodles. And I think for like the noodles, it's always a good idea. It seems about a baseball, if you know about baseball, depending on what country you're from, but about a baseball-sized amount of noodles seems appropriate for one person. That's usually my portioning size. Figure about a handful. And now that is going to go in the hot water as well. We'll dip that. Try to get off all this water. Obviously, a noodle basket would be better, but I don't have one. Not here. I have it at the house. Oh no! Oh, I need a noodle basket. That's for sure. Crap. Tang, don't shoot B-roll of this. I'm struggling. I'm just joking. You can. I don't care. Okay. I think I probably want even a little bit more noodle. I lost some in my pot. Okay. Noodles in. Now, let's get this egg broth. So, I'm going to take a little bit of my super hot stock. I'm going to add a small amount, say like a teaspoon in here, to slowly warm up the eggs. Okay. We're going to do a little bit more. I don't want to scramble the eggs, as I said. Okay. Okay, that seemed good. So good, it's not scrambled. This looks good so far. Now we're gonna put this into the bowl. I'm not gonna put all of it. I don't know if that's obvious or not, but I'm not gonna put all of it. There's a lot of lemon juice. But I wanna put some in here. Give us some richness. Typically, they would add all of this mixture into the pot itself. They would add all this mixture into the pot itself and then turn the pot off, but I don't want to season all this with that egg because I'm going to take it home and use it for tonight for dinner. So I'm just doing it right in the bowl here. Now let's get our garnish here. So I'm going to do, let's get a big ass pile of lamb because I can. We're going to do the lamb on here. And it's me, so I'm eating it. I'm doing a lot of lamb. And we're going to do our onion. Okay. A couple tomatoes. Say 3 tomatoes. Say 3 eggplanties. I wish I had some diced. All right, I'm doing, actually, let's just do the rosemary. That'll look nice. Do I have any? Yeah. I just want some green on top. I was going to quickly cut some of that Chinese chive, but that seems redundant. I'm going to start Chinese chive on the side, so just give me some. And this will be really nice when you serve this to a customer. Rosemary on top. That aroma, when you pour the broth, it's going to get strong, so they're going to get a burst of rosemary in their face, which would be great. Again, if I had oregano, I'd use that instead. Or thyme. All right, let's finish this thing. Super hot. Okay. Oh, Nico's in the chat. What's up, Nico? Can't wait to go back to CKSK, possibly fall 2026. Nico, you might get a private dinner, dude. I love Nico. Was an amazing guest we had here. Fantastic. Okay, stock is coming up. We're boiling. We're going on. Tang, I'm doing it. Are you ready? He said wait. He's not ready yet. Now he's ready. Okay, here we go. And I'm just going to try to pour the broth on the rosemary itself, on the lamb itself. Whoa, it's so hot. And hopefully those eggs don't scramble. I guess that's kind of it. Maybe I'll do a little more broth. I don't want the eggs to scramble. I don't think they're going to scramble. I wish I had more green on top. Right now, I mean, automatically I want that. I could sacrifice my... Okay, fine. Let's sacrifice my side plate by adding some of that on there. And then we have We have our side plate of vegetable with the with the Chinese chive, the zucchini, aka courgette, and the lemon, and then we also have our spicy pickle. So that's going to be our main. That's our dish right there. Let me get some chopsticks. All right, let the man do his work. Let's get our thumbnails. You're seeing behind the scenes of a content creator right now. I'm excited.
What are we having, Chef?
We are having a Greek pho, a chicken broth based pho with some rosemary. I don't remember what else was in this. What was the other thing I put in there? Oh, okay, yeah. Chicken broth, roasted onions, rosemary, topped with roasted lamb, eggplant, roasted tomatoes, and then served with a sour, spicy, pickled garlic cucumber salad. Weird odd, lamb French dip sounds bomb. You are correct. A lamb French dip does sound bomb. Here we go. Oh, is that from the Green K? Thank you from the Green K. Corrupt Viet. I don't think I've ever seen Chad review eating snakehead fish. If you have tried it, what is your opinion of it? I love snakehead. I think snakehead's an awesome fish. I think the name is terrible. You know, we have two options. We have snakehead or mudfish. Both of those, not the best names. I think we need some rebranding on that fish itself. But in terms of an ingredient, it's a delicious fish. It's super mild, readily available, affordable, freshwater. Snakehead's awesome. I dig it, for sure. I like it in a soup. I like it grilled as well. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say top tier. I don't want to say top tier, but it's a good, very good protein. And I'm just waiting for that young man to give me the cue so I can freaking eat this thing that's staring me in the face and move it around. Huh?
Let's do the short.
What's the short? Oh, this is a Greek pho. How about I can ask you guys, like, what should the hook be for this short that we're going to be posting from this video?
Give me some short opening.
I'll give you some short openings. Guys, if you have any ideas for a hook. Pho came from Vietnam, dude. Yeah, I know, man. I know.
Next level content creator is let the chat do it.
Yeah, let the chat give me the hook. What would I say? Now I just got embarrassed and shy. Uh-oh. This is Greek pho. Have you ever had Greek pho before? What happens when you try to make Greek Viet fusion? Greek pho. Let's do it. Any other? What the pho? What the pho is this? That's funny. What the pho did I just do? That's what the pho happened? Greek pho?
Got it, Jeff.
Yeah, I think it's fine. Jera, can I have low carb there being a type 2 diabetic? You can have low carb, absolutely. Absolutely. Very easy to come by. You can go keto here. You can go gluten-free. Most dietary restrictions are very easy to get around here. I'll tell you the three that are challenging. No peanut. Peanut allergy is a scary situation here. No pork is difficult. And shellfish. Just because with the no pork, you're going to see sometimes there's seafood soups or crab soups and stuff like that. We'll use pork bones where you wouldn't expect it, so that can be a challenge. And pork is so prevalent here, so that's a hard part. And with shellfish, there's a few dishes that have shrimp paste that aren't obvious. Or there's a few dishes that have a ground shrimp powder that may not feel so obvious to you unless you know that's in there, or unless you know what that crumbled red stuff is on the top. So those are the only three that I think are really difficult. My big fat Greek pho. That was a good one, CNN. I like that. Can I try it? Can I do it?
Yeah.
Wait, I can do it?
Yeah.
He's in. Let's look at this thing. I'm very excited. Let's look at this thing. All right, so let's mix this up. So we have the broth, the chicken broth base. You can see it's kind of cloudy now with the eggs in there. Let's mix this up a little bit, get these noodles mixed. This looks so creamy with the use of that egg in there, which is kind of cool. It almost looks like that ramen style with the pork where they boil it so hard and all the pork gets emulsified. I don't remember the name of that style. but that kind of what it reminds me of right now. I thought I was going to remember. I'm not going to remember. I want to add some zucchini in now while the broth is still hot because I want to have it cooked a little bit. So I'm going to sprinkle this right in. And I don't want to add the lemon juice yet because the egg had the lemon, so I want to taste it before I add acidity. 6:05 Wilk, chef, the stream looks great. Appreciate that. There we go, Nico, tonkatsu. I think that's it. I think you're right about the broth. Yes, that's what people confirming. Tonkatsu reminds me of tonkatsu style. Let's try broth first before I go grabbing everything. I say it's damn near great. I love it. It's a little acidic. I'm not adding any lemon. If I made this bowl for somebody else, I would add less of that egg lemon broth and allow them to control, because this is already seasoned sour to my taste, but I know not everybody eats as sour as I do. I really like it. I really like it. In terms of a lamb pho, I think 100% this hits. This is it. In terms of a Greek pho, maybe less, but I think with the side component, it'll help. The lamb is pretty damn great. Pretty damn great in here. I try the eggplant. This is really good. I'm eating it right now. I'm debating about putting fried garlic on here. I think fried garlic would be good too. I have it. Does it need it? No. I like the little tomato thing. A little burst of tomato is really good. I want a little bit of black pepper. I think it's kind of a banger. I think it's really freaking good. The lamb is great. Textured lamb is great. It's tender. It's flavorful. Rajo, the egg ruined it. No. No, the egg did not ruin it at all. No. It's just, it doesn't really taste like egg. That part's fine. There's a slight creaminess to it, and the lemon's really good. Let's try the pickle. Whoa, it's a little spicy. That part's good. Whoa, spicy. And then that salad too, I can taste the fish sauce in there. I like it. Like I'm pretty into this. I'm curious what his opinion is going to be on this. But I'm pretty high.
Looking good, chef.
It's really good. I'm very curious if you're going to like it. But if you tried that lamb before and you liked it, I think you're going to be really into this because the lamb flavor is so nice.
Is it steeped into the broth?
Is it what?
Is the lamb flavor steeped into the broth?
Not much. The lamb flavor in the broth is subtle, which makes it nice because when you get a bite, you really get a lot of distinction in the flavor. And it makes you want to grab more of the meat because you're like, oh, frick, that was good. I want more of that.
I know your wife's gonna
My wife's going to love it.
like it.
Yeah. Yeah. Dark Knight, I'm sure it gives the creamy texture you get from yogurt, but light hit of lemon, only my guess. Yes, I agree. That was part of my... I thought about putting the yogurt into the cucumber salad and kind of making it like a tzatziki, kind of. But then I thought when I put the egg in here, it would have the creaminess, so I wouldn't need the creaminess from the yogurt, and that's what stopped me. If I didn't do the egg inside the broth, I probably would have added yogurt into the cucumber salad. That would have been the thought into this salad right here. But I didn't feel like double creaminess was going to be necessary, and probably would have been a little bit redundant. That was definitely part of the thought process. People want your score. We're going to get his score in a second. I'm going to make him a proper bowl. I don't want him just sneaking over here, just scavenging on bites. I'll get him a bowl. So, I dig it. I'm going to go ahead. I don't want to wait too long, so I'll just tell you straight up. I think this is an 8.5. Quite happy with this. Lamb works super well in a broth, super well in a pho. And the big concern I have every time I'm making some sort of pho is to not overload the broth with too much crunchy texture or too much chewy texture, because the pho noodle is so delicate. So I think this is quite balanced. I think this is not pushing the limits. This is appropriate to what a pho noodle can handle in terms of texture and sort of contrast. So I think I nailed it in that way. I'm quite happy with that. Andre, locally sourced ingredients is a huge buzzword now, but what do you think about the chefs use local for the sake of using local ingredients? I mean, it's always good. I mean, I prefer even if they're using it just for the sake of using local ingredients, at least they're keeping their money in the local area and supporting local farmers. That's good. But if let's say the locally produced tomato is a 5 out of 10 and the imported tomato is going to be 9 out of 10, I'm going to get the imported tomato. And what do I think about the person using the 5 out of 10 tomato, the local tomato? If it's cheaper, I get it. It's good to use. I mean, it's good to support local, but it's not my only concern. If the import is dramatically better and a similar price point, I'm going to buy the imported one. 8-Ball Fever, I've noticed soup spoons are not widely used for soup dishes in Vietnam. Am I wrong? I don't know what you're talking about, really. The soups here, you find normal kind of tablespoons used for soup, and then you also find that sort of Asian style, I don't know what you describe it as, these bucket sort of spoons, but I don't prefer them. I don't like their shape. User, this is a good question. User J2U6Z, what would have made it a 10 out of 10? That's a good question. Let me think about that a little bit. I think I want a little bit more deepness in the broth, which may be from more spices like black pepper. If I would have toasted some more black pepper and kind of deepened that flavor in there, maybe even juniper. A little bit more complexity in the broth would be cool to me. The lamb is great. I got nothing on the lamb. Lamb's great. I'm super happy with it. I think fried garlic would be great in here. That would help. I like the noodle. I like the tomato burst. I think I'd like to see this cucumber salad with the yogurt. I think that might be really interesting. So I would try that. That question is the right question to ask. So, like, what would make it a 10? Yeah, I guess I just want to see a little bit more spice deepness in the broth. And I think having this, I like this level of acidity, but I think some people are going to think this is too acidic. I'm happy with this level of acidity. I wish I had fresh oregano. Fresh oregano would definitely give me another point. Fresh oregano would pop this up a little bit, for sure. I think that's probably close. Maybe some black olives in this salad would be cool, because that would make it even more Greeky. I think either putting yogurt in this side salad or feta with the olive would be cool, making it more Greek-like. As I said, in terms of a lamb pho, I think I think then it's a 9. Like, I really think the lamb pho is great. In terms of a Greek pho, I think I get a point down because it doesn't hit Greek like 1,000,000% to me. But it's really cool though. Here we go. Andre's coming back to that previous question. Shouldn't we aim to produce the best possible product? How should we optimize technique based on the ingredient synergies? I'm asking because I want to know what you truly think about fusion food. Shouldn't we aim to produce the best possible product? Yeah, we should. I mean, if I'm trying to cook, I'm trying to cook the best thing I can. How should we optimize technique based on the ingredient synergies? I don't know what you mean by that. The ingredient synergies. I'm asking because I want to know what you truly think about fusion food. I mean, just in terms of that statement, what do I think about fusion food? I think all food is fusion food. I don't think there really is any... I don't think any culture nor person owns any food concept, because everything is just a variation based off something else. It all started with human beings putting some sort of meat or food item into a pot of water and boiling it. It all extends back to that, or putting an animal on top of a fire. So everything is fusion, and it's just like, how long ago did these ingredients get combined where it becomes a traditional dish and not a new fusion item? Should we optimize technique? How should we optimize technique? Yeah, I don't... Maybe if you clarify that, I can better answer that thing. But I think, yeah, everything is fusion. It can be hard to create a new fusion if you're new to it and don't quite understand the flavors, how they go together. Linya, does lamb meat go well with scallions? I don't see scallions in your lamb pho. Lamb meat goes so well with scallions. And I could have added, the only reason I didn't use scallions is because I just had these little guys. I had the little Chinese chive. If I didn't see these at the market today and they didn't look so nice and young and fresh, I would have used scallions instead. But scallions would have been fully appropriate in here as well. If I had them and you saw me looking for green stuff to put on top, I would have cut some scallions really quick and threw them on top for sure if I had it. I just didn't have it. Okay. Sammy's good question. What time is Wednesday live? So Wednesday we will be back here at 10 a.m. Indochina time, aka Sunday 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're in Asia, you're going to be watching it Wednesday morning. If you're in America or the West, you're going to be watching it Sunday night at 10 p.m. Okay, here, Andrew's coming back here. I totally agree that culture is ultimately collaborative, but my main critique of modern fusion food as it stands today is that it often insists upon itself. Oh, okay. I think you're definitely getting some ego-driven chefs who are making food that just for the sake of doing it. And I think at this point in my career, at this point in my stage of growth here, you see me talking about how adding feta just felt like a gimmick almost. It didn't feel like it was the best thing for the dish. So I think a lot of chefs who are ego-driven are not thinking about, hey, what is truly the delicious thing, instead of just trying to like create it. Or if I'm trying to make like a bun set, like a good example was like the bun mi Benedict. Like, am I adding pickled carrots and daikon radish purely because that's what's on a bun mi and I feel like I have to add all the components, or I think it's delicious? So I definitely think if you're younger, you're probably less focused on something truly delicious and more focused on the cool idea. And it should always be, is this delicious at the end of the day, and not just trying to get the cool idea done. Yeah. And a lot of fusion food doesn't need to exist or is not, because the person who's cooking it is not thinking about, is it truly delicious? They're just trying to make something cool or do a challenge in some way. But a lot of times for like my fusion that I'm going to come up with is purely because I'm hungry and that's what I have in the refrigerator and I'm going to make it work. And I think I have enough experience where I can figure out how to put 2 things together or 5 things together in an interesting way. Dark Knight, technique never changes, only what you have in the refrigerator forces you what you're going to make. 100%. Yes. Yes. 8-Ball Fever, are the Chinese chives Heya? Yes, they are. Sammy D, Wednesday to Sunday doesn't seem right to me. Am I missing something? I'm streaming here Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Vietnam time, Monday, Wednesday, Friday morning. In America, that is Sunday Tuesday, and Thursday night. I wish it was less confusing to phrase it, but I don't have a better way to phrase this yet. There is a pressure for creating the best dish with stuff like sourcing and pricing and the target crowd. Yeah, that's true. Andre's just getting back on that conversation. I agree. 888 Pate. Oh, now we're seeing TikTok comments. That's cool. Bicken, I appreciate your thoughts there. 888 PETA. Your kitchen feels a bit like a chemistry lab with all the experiments happening there. Cool. Thank you. I kind of like that. Rose, so if they want to create the best dish but run the business, they probably want to keep the lights on. I guess that's about the fusion, buying local or not local. Ben, which fusion food have you done is the weirdest but also tastes good? This is kind of a weird one. Something I had recently. The banh mi Benedict surprised me. That was the thing. If you watched that, I ate. I was like, oh shit, this is really good. That was better than I thought it was going to be. The pork banh mi was better than I thought it was going to be, but that wasn't really a weird one to me. I knew that was going to be tasty. It was actually super delicious. This is good. The lamb is better than I thought it was going to be. Other than that, I'm not thinking of anything too weird that's coming straight out. Maybe the Mamruk meatloaf. That was really freaking delicious. Yeah, and I think that's special. I think that's a really cool thing. Billy Bob, that was some wise words. Give me some perspective. I really got invested on exciting, executing cool ideas, which I totally get, Billy. Like I'm that guy. I'm that guy. I want to do the cool idea, and sometimes especially when I was younger, I was definitely heavy ego, and the cool idea was more important to me than making it as delicious as possible. But even in this context, like if I'm not cooking for customers, I'm just cooking for you and cooking for me. It's just for fun. I'm okay to just execute on the cool idea. But if I'm doing it that way, I'll communicate clearly. Like, hey, I know I'm not doing this part because it's delicious. I'm doing this part because I think it's funny or a joke or whatever. And sometimes it'll be delicious, but it's not always the main goal depending on the context. I think you just need to know. But if you're serving customers, if people are paying you money, you should try to make it as delicious as possible. Number one, that's the top of it. I'm gonna take one more. And Bim is missing the snack reviews. I get it. Let's finish this conversation with Andre, and then I'm gonna make. Okay, Sammy, I'll give it to you one time here. White people taco night. White people taco night. All right, let's finish Andre, and then I'm gonna make a bowl for Tang so he can see this. Oh wait, here he is up here. I'm sorry. This one. There we go. I'm curious to have your thought about creating a Vietnamese flavor in your dishes without explicitly using Vietnamese ingredients by thoughtfully diving deep into technique and ingredient choice. Yeah, I'm into that. The idea for me would just be like, I made a chicken soup hot pot. So making a chicken broth, serving with shredded carrots, shredded celery, onion, a typical Western chicken soup, but presented in a hot pot formation, or presented in a soup style, like Viet soup style. I don't need any Vietnamese flavors in any way to execute that, but I can present it in a format that totally looks Viet, and then because it looks Viet, it makes you feel like you're in that sort of context, and then the flavors will totally work. Even though the flavors don't feel Viet, the eating format feels Viet, so it feels right. I think a lot of the times with these fusion dishes, you're either taking it from presenting it in a Western format with Vietnamese flavors or Asian flavors, or presenting it in an Asian format with Western flavors. Either direction, either perspective will totally work. You just have to be aware of the perspective you're looking at or you're approaching it from, and execute on that and kind of stay focused in that perspective. And I think that's part of the fun part. That's part of the game. That's part of the challenge. That's what makes it interesting. Okay, cool. Let's get this bowl for Tang. Let's see what he thinks. And let me finish my bowl because I want to eat it. And we'll get Tang on camera. We'll let him try it. We'll bring the stream to an end. So if you have any other important chats you want to throw up or questions or something, put them in now because we probably got about another 10 minutes all day on here. But don't worry. What's up?
I'm excited.
You're excited?
Yeah.
We will go back on Wednesday, so don't worry. We'll be back soon. Okay, Suga Suga's been asking me this a couple times. Recommendation for a miso ice cream. Let me bring it up for you. Recommendation for a miso ice cream with a southern influence. I have no idea. What do you mean? You want to make a miso ice cream with a southern influence? Is that the idea? Is that the thought? This iPad's gonna die. You got a charger I can plug into this thing? It's gonna die. With a southern influence, miso ice cream with a southern influence. I mean, if I'm approaching it from that direction, my initial thoughts, like pushing away the ice cream element, I'm just thinking about miso. Miso and what southern ingredient can I put together? That would be how I would start, and then from there I would turn it into an ice cream. But if I'm thinking miso, I'm thinking Japanese. Southern, what sort of southern? Okay, now I'm thinking of like miso and, you know what I want to do? I want to do a miso and peach. Miso and peaches, southern peaches, Georgia. Miso and peach sounds good to me. I can make a peach ice cream with a miso caramel. I can make a miso ice cream with fresh peaches on top, peach compote. That would be my instinct at the moment. Quick 10-second instincts, that's what I would do. I think that'd be cool. And I think miso and peach is a cool idea. Okay, let's get this young man some food here. Pot's going on. Let him try some lamb. I know he likes lamb. Cornbread crumble is a great idea on top. Miso, I'm doing peach ice cream, miso caramel, cornbread crumble, cool idea. Okay. Well, he might heat up a bowl first. Cornbread crumble was a clutch idea, I like that. I'm so mad. I thought you were making my idea Monday, not tonight. I missed it. Monday, Vietnam time. We have different time zones. I'm sorry, it's so confusing. I don't know how to explain it. It's so hard. But the stream will be, you can watch this right after it's done. On YouTube, you can watch the playback. But this will be, it'll be a VOD on the TWitch. And also, all of these streams, we will be editing these down. So if this is a 2-hour stream, we will be editing this down to a 10 or 15-minute tight clip, posting it on the tube to the U. So you could watch the shortened version if you want to see it again, or if you don't have time to watch the full stream, we'll have that up as soon as possible. And then also, we'll be cutting the short clips of it all the time too, so you could see everything. Okay, heat up the noodle. Again, that sort of baseball size handle is a good amount. And you saw all my noodles fell out of the spider I have, so I'm just trying to pour the hot water on top so I don't have to fish them out later. That was annoying. I think that's going to be fine. All right, tap, 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 tap. In the bowl. Little bit of this egg, lemon mixture. I'm going to be doing a little bit less for him. I don't know how sour his palate is.
I can do yours.
You think you can do my level?
Yeah.
All right. Bada bing.
I actually don't know what your sour level are.
I have a pretty high sour level. I have a pretty high sour level, a pretty high heat level, pretty high salt level, pretty high every level. You got a level, I'm at the top of it. I think I just want to have a little bit less.
What's the part that you most
Happy with?
happy with?
Lamb. The lamb is fantastic. Super happy with the lamb. I like the little eggplant too. You don't like eggplant. I'm putting it in there. I don't care if you don't like it.
I'm gonna try it.
Good, 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 good. You need to try. The only thing, I think pickled garlic's gonna be good. I'm not gonna put it on yours. I'll let you try it the way it was. A little bit of black pepper. All right, now we can broth this baby up. Okay, I think this young man's gonna like this a lot. So if you didn't hear before, Tang has only had lamb once in his entire life. So this is gonna be his second portion of lamb ever. The first time was with the great, the GOAT, Chef, handsome, Rang! One of my favorite people on the planet, came here, did a pop-up. He did amazing, and it was so exciting to have him here. All right, dude, you're good to go. Let's try this thing.
Okay, let's try it. Ooh, looks good. Okay. You rate 9 though, right?
Huh? I rated a 9 for a lamb pho, and an 8.5 for a Greek pho.
Oh, I can see myself.
Yeah, you can see yourself.
Oh, that's
All right,
cool.
I'll check out the. I'll do the comments. Let's let this young man try it. We'll see what he thinks.
Do you have any spicy element?
This.
This is spicy element.
This is the spicy.
If I want something in here.
Were you paying attention at all during this entire stream? No, I would eat this on the side. You can grab the chilies if you want.
Yeah. Let's try the broth first.
Crypto wave analysis. Do we ever post faster summaries? Yes. So we will be cutting clips of this. We're going to be posting on all the platforms, and then we'll also be. Sit down. You're fine, dude. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. You sit down and eat your damn thing. Don't worry. You're fine. Get over here. You're fine. Don't worry. You're good.
I need you on the shot, so
You need me on the shot. You're the star right now. You're good.
you're answering some questions.
So we're going to be posting shorts from all these clips, and then we'll also do an edited tight version that'll be right around the 10 to 12 minute mark, going real quick on what we made today. So yes, we do cut these down.
I love the punch in the face with the rosemary.
You love the punch, and because someone just said I forgot, and they're right.
The first sip, I just like rosemary just punched me in the
You're
face.
gonna get punched again.
I really love rosemary on here.
Thank you, Ro. I did forget that one. Where Dodd? We need a Rang stream for cooking the comments. I would love it. I would love it. I don't know if he's going to be a cook in the comments kind of guy. Rang is a classical cook, and I think that's what he does. So if we did give him a cook in the comments, it would have to be a little bit more straightforward, I guess. Because even if I told him like a Viet poutine, I don't know if he'd want to do it. I don't know if he would get excited about that kind of stuff. I'll ask him. We'll definitely get him in here. We'll definitely get Rang in here for a morning stream, and I think the best thing with Rang is just show us the classics, dude. Like, just show us proper cooking, because he's the beast. He knows what he's doing. So I'd love to see him again, and he's so damn fun. Sammy, are you not doing it on TikTok because you don't like this app very much? I'm on TikTok. I'm doing everything on TikTok. We're streaming on TikTok right now. I'm frustrated sometimes with the platform. It's annoying to use, and they don't make it easy, and they get punished for like doing other stuff. But we're on it, and I still love it. It's like, for me, it's the best scrolling platform. They have the best algorithm. Whoever this is, _ is your full handle. Thank you very much. I appreciate your support everywhere. Watching on all, but I think TW Witch is the best. I'm glad to hear it. TW Witch is new to me. I never really watched it just as a user, as a viewer. So I'm starting to play with it more and more, and starting to like just pay attention. So it's cool. I'm glad you're on. I appreciate that. Whoa. Are durian matcha soufflés happening or nah? I don't know if they're happening, but I like that idea. I think that's definitely a delicious thing right there. That could be a cook in the comments one. You want to put that in the chat next week? We could try to do that. Dark Knight, thank you for being on the TikToky. See, we're getting a lot of TikTok comments right now. What was your favorite part of Shy Cal? Chill Cal. Is that Chicago? Chicago. Heard that, Hootie. My favorite part of Chicago. I like Chicago. Chicago's a very cool city. My favorite part of Chicago was probably the overall energy. In terms of a big city, like energy-wise, it's better than New York and San Francisco in my view. It's kind of got the underdog vibe to it, but not as down and dirty as Philly is, or so much of like a hard-ass, tough guy kind of thing that Philly's got. Philly has Chicago has a great food scene. It's super beautiful. The lake is super nice. Just the winter. The winter is what kept me out. The winter's what told me, hey, dude, you can't settle in Chicago. But I think Chicago as a city is pretty great. I really enjoyed it when I was there. I haven't been there many years. I don't know. I've heard some things not being good lately, but when I was there, I really did enjoy it. And I really do love the food scene. There are great, great, great cooks over there. And I think they're a little bit more humble than they are in New York or LA. Yeah.
I think Vietnam is missing out, Chef.
What do you think?
The lamb is such a nice compliment to the pho.
It is.
I think pho with beef it's like a very neutral broth. So
Yes.
you need to put everything in here.
Yes.
Make it the flavor.
Yes.
The lamb, the flavor is so compact. It's bursting out to the bite. So
I agree with that 100%. The lamb is the star of the show in this right now, and all you're doing is keep grabbing more lamb. Where like with beef pho, it is kind of the broth and the meat taste the same. So it kind of is all one thing and you're adding a lot of condiments, where this is just like you keep grabbing lamb, you're like, oh yeah, give me that lamb, give me that lamb. And I definitely think that lamb pho could be a thing here. So I just don't, do we have any lamb farmers in Vietnam? Do you know anybody raising lamb in Vietnam? If you do, connect us so we can promote them. Send us lamb, I want lamb, send it to us. And we'll promote you the heck. We'll get your business going. We'll get you as the premier lamb farmer in the country.
now I wish Vietnam has more lamb.
Yeah, it's so good. It's so good. Miss Serena's got a Dorian cheesecake. A great idea.
I give it a 9.5.
9.5.
One thing I don't know if this go. I can have it or not.
Yeah, the eggplant's not necessary,
Yeah,
for
not
sure.
necessary, yeah.
I would, and the tomatoes, I would prefer that they're larger tomatoes sliced. I want the tomato flavor to go more throughout the soup and not just be a burst happening. I would like to see a little bit more tomato going through it. And maybe I could even use tomato juice, would be another option in this.
9.5, Chef. Really good.
9.5,
Yeah.
Thank you so much. And I'll tell you what, he's not a bullshitter either. He'll tell you the truth. Okay, cool. As a Philly guy, you must be an Eagles fan. I'm not. I don't give a shit about the Eagles. I don't care at all. Football doesn't mean or American football doesn't mean anything to me in any way. I have no connection to it.
Good job, Chef. I really like it.
Oh, he really likes it. Cool. Oh, you had a mic on. Good. Okay, so I'm going to sip my bowl here. We'll do another 2 or 3 minutes just to let you know. So this Wednesday 10 a.m., a.k.a. Tuesday 10 p.m. if you're in the Western Hemisphere. Michael will be here, and we are going to be making an eel po' boy. So that'll be fun. And then on Wednesday, we'll be getting your suggestions for the next episode of Cook in the Comments, which will be on Friday at 10 a.m. So we're always going to be, you guys are going to be deciding what the show is every single week. What was the idea I had? Oh, I thought part of the game that we got to play, is we just got to think about the content. We're doing the stream, but at the same time, we're shooting content for a fully edited YouTube video and for shorts. So, we always have to think about like, hey, are people going to click on this? Is this going to get views? How can we title this video? All that stuff. And so this Cook in the Comments is one thing. I know if we keep doing this, you at home who already like this, we'll get more and more people slowly enjoying the show and becoming fans. But like in terms of like titles and content, what was I thinking? Oh, like how about if I made, yesterday I was just thinking like, what would happen if I, instead of using tomatoes to make bolognese, I use carrot juice? Like, is that interesting? Would you like to see that? Would you like to see us just like replace an ingredient? Almost like the name of the show is like, what would happen? What would happen if? What would happen if I use carrots instead of tomatoes for bolognese? What would happen if I use coconut milk instead of milk for macaroni and cheese? Or something like that. Like, is that a cool idea? Do you like that? Devang, will you ever come back to live in the States? Yes. I would like to get a big piece of property, a big farm in America at some point. That's definitely been the goal for the last 10 years at least. What about a tomato jam or not really the vibe? Do you mean a tomato jam for this soup? If yes, then yes. Tomato jam would be good for this. Hey Chad, could you and Michael make a bolognese egg noodle soup? Yeah, of course. And like that's the kind of thing that's fun to me too. Is like, hey, what if we took spaghetti bolognese and instead of making it like a saucy bolognese, we made that a soup? What if we made a bon bolognese? Like that kind of stuff is fun to play with, I think. What is different about the broth that you made? I joined late. It was a basic chicken broth with charred onions on the inside. And then we used all of the drippings from the roasted eggplant and the roasted lamb to season that broth even more. And we finished it with Fresh rosemary and dried oregano as well. Weird Dog. Chicago has top tier food, but man, the gang violence pushed out all my friends from the city. I heard similar things, that there's a little bit of violence and there's parts of the city that are not that cool anymore. When I was there was definitely parts of the city that were kind of no-go, but apparently those no-go zones have expanded a little bit. But in the good parts of the city, or the safer parts, Chicago's pretty damn cool. You know the pho is good when your friend just finished the whole bowl without saying a single shit. That's funny. Yeah, it was good.
Behind the camera.
Tang's gonna sip the broth behind the camera. Can you do a longer project series for a video? Like what? What's your example there? The hard part is just, if we do a multi-part series, how do we get people to watch multiple parts? Everything I do now is just, there always has to be the content behind it. It's not just the idea of, hey, I want to try something, or here's a video. It's like, how can we title that and put a good thumbnail on that people are going to click? And that is just the reality of doing this as a job or a career. You have to have that at the forefront of your thought process. Jean-Louis Paladon, farm to table, help your local farmer because they can make your dish better. I agree, but Andre's point was, what if the local ingredient isn't as good as the imported? But I like the idea that, like, you can, even if the local isn't as great, you support the farmer, you tell him what you need, how to make it better, and they slowly become a better farmer, or it becomes more viable for them to produce a higher quality product because they know you're there to buy it and you're willing to pay. Oh, I see, Andre. Working towards gently perfecting an idea. You mean like I made this again, and I made this again, I made this again. Unfortunately, I just don't think that's going to be the most entertaining content. I don't know, like, you can just tell me right now, chat. Like, would you want me to make lamb pho 4 or 5 times, subtly tweaking minor things about it and seeing it improve? Is that interesting? Or you just want to see, hey, it was good, and then we try the next thing? It's good. The meat is so good. We'd love to see bouillon-based pho hybrid. Might want to put my middle fingers up. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to put a 2. Try to cook with snake and fish herb. Boo. Boo. The only snake I'd want to try would be like a boa constrictor. Something big. A huge snake that I could fillet and get rid of these stupid bones, because snake has so many damn bones, it sucks to eat it. It sucks, and it's tough. But at least if it was a big, I could fillet it, and then I could braise it. New stuff. Yeah, that's what I thought. I think, like, trying to do the same dish over and over again, Andre, I think that's not going to get a lot of people coming back. They're going to get bored. Chef Patrick O'Connell, create your own farm restaurant. That's the plan, dude. 100%. That's the plan. If you don't know, Chef Patrick O'Connell has the Inn at Little Washington, which is 3 Michelin stars. It's been a classic fine dining restaurant in America for decades, and it's still going, and it's still pumping. And they have a little farm out in Washington. It's a cool spot. Not necessarily my exact style, but it's cool. And apparently great food. Okay. Would be interested in seeing you trying to make those ingredients you can't get there or aren't up to par, like certain lunch meats and cheeses, and like you mentioned earlier with bacon. Yeah, that's fine. Like making American products in Vietnam. Like, I'm gonna make scrapple. I'm gonna make scrapple soon. I'm definitely making scrapple here. What was the other thing I wanted to make? Maybe it was bacon. There's a few things that I need to make for my own consumption that we can do on stream for you to see, and I think it'd be fun. And then if I make a big batch of scrapple, of course I'm gonna make some breakfast sandwiches, but then it'd be cool to use scrapple in a soup of some kind, or put scrapple on top of sticky rice. And instead of doing like a soy sao, what's it? Soy sao, which is like a savory sticky rice from the north. Sticky rice has got a fried pate cake, but instead of using the pate, make scrapple. That could be really fun. I think that would be cool. How about sticky rice with a hollandaise on top, with a scrapple on top? That would be cool. I would like for you to flex your let me get back. I would like for you to flex your fine dining muscles a bit more and do some more involved cooks with more ambitious technique. That's fine, and I would. It really is just about the time limit of what we have going on here, and it has to just really be planned out. Like, so if I'm gonna do like a fine dining technique, there could be 8 techniques on the plate. And to try to knock that all out in one stream is impossible. So it'd have to be maybe this week, we're gonna make this dish. And on Monday, we're gonna make these 2 components. On Wednesday, we're gonna make these 2 components. And then Friday, we're gonna finish the dish. Like, that's a possible thing. Is that something you guys would be interested in, chat? Would you wanna see a very high-end technique dish that's gonna take multiple days to produce? And this week, we're gonna focus on this dish, and you'll see the process to get to the end of it. Is that a cool thing, or you wanna keep it simple, episode by episode? Scrapple band caught, I like that idea. Scrapple with sticky rice does sound good, I agree. I'm good. Which would love the series about the bun shop. We're working on it. We'll tell any updates that happen with the bun me shop, we will let you know. And Monday we'll get some updates from from Michael. If you're gonna use more lamb, you have to do something involving this tasty lamb marrow bones. If I get the bones, I'm gonna use them. This one didn't have any bones though. Great content that connects with your audience while you engage with them. That's the goal. That's the whole goal of this, man. Keep it real, keep it human, and yeah, keep it live. Yes, fine and technique, but only with Rang. Okay, heard that. Heard that. Okay, I think we're closing out. I think we're good to go here. All right, so Tang's giving me the head nod. We're good to go. I'm going to finish my bowl. This is a great dish. This is a great idea. We already know Wednesday we're going to be making that eel po' boy. On Wednesday we're going to take suggestions for what we're going to do on Friday. And I think that's it. For real. That's the end of the episode. Greek Pho is 2 thumbs up. Thank you for watching. If you want to go on a food tour with me, or if you want to join one of the pop-ups at CKSK, check out chadkumanov.com. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate that. Until next time, see you later. Peace. Lamb and rosemary, freaking good. Okay. Wow, love it.